want. New live started. Welcome back. Oh shit, we chased him offline. No, I had to swap it up because for some reason, any fucking time I try to fucking stream, it said I had an excellent connection. Can you even hear me? I'm getting angry. So I'm about to just... No, apparently using my expensive fucking Brio fucking goddamn fucking fuck. What did you do, McManus? Did you finally get the orange out and shoot it? What? What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? You stole a TSO? You stole my fucking TSO. You send that back. You get the TS2. You tell him you want to compare it to the TS2. He's not listening. Tell Stone that you want the TS2, and then you send me the TSO, and then I will hook you up. YouTube, that's a joke. We are not talking about stealing shit. McManus has my TSO. So do me a favor, just send it to Bears, where you sent all the other guns. Ooh, why you got to bring race in it? I don't think he would have sent you both of his CZs because he's trying to send me. Hello. He's trying to send the CZ to me. He wants me to take the TS2 partial trade for the STI Grandmaster. I'll send you the Grandmaster after I shoot it a little bit. Also, my pants are falling down. So, hey, Justin, what's with the dono? Don't send me money. Don't fucking tell me I got too much head. I know better than to know that. You can't trick me into thinking I got too much head. All right, is that better? I had to get my charger for the phone. Also have to turn on Do Not Disturb. And also, you only spent... What the fuck was that? Do Not Disturb. Here we go. Nope, I never get rid of this TSL. It's so nice. Only an idiot would sell this pistol. You know, that's like double the dumbassery on me there with that one statement, bud. By the way, this is the Samsung S23 Ultra, which is why the video looks better on the front light. Yeah, that's because I'm back on the Samsung. I'll just keep using the Samsung. Fuck it. I don't need to get texts. We'll just Samsung it for the rest of life. All you people wondering why he only uses his cell phone, because when he tries to use a 4K camera and all the other stuff, it doesn't work. Love those guns. Thank you. Thoughts on check guns? I like check guns. I love CZs. They're good. I did not send you money. You will get like 25 cents from that. I need some help from you. Can you help me understand how to properly set the over travel screw in my staccato? So, here's what I would do, Drunk. If SFR was in here, he'd be telling you it's not. This is how it normally films. So this is my right arm. So yes, it is flipped. Hold on a second. Did I do that? No. Turn off retouch because look, I look like Forrest Whitaker. One eye isn't even working. Hold on a second. That just zoomed in. That just turned it around. Hold on. Let's see what this does. There we go. That should everything facing the right way now, right? Except it fucked with the live. Make sure you hit the like button. Dude, that phone is good. Yeah, and when it gets the HD up. Name all these guns behind you. I've already named them, son. They already have names. Anyways, where were we talking about? Hold on, let me scroll back up. Favorite gun in the back would probably be none of those. Those are just placeholders. You love the movie Smokey and the Bandit. You just got home for the first day. Are those nurse gum? How come you never were a big computer geek when you were young? I was a computer geek when I was young. Let me know when you got some time if you can explain how I just... Okay, sorry, man. That's what we were talking about. Drunk Mouse. So what you should do is set the screw all the way in. So you want it all the way back until the trigger stops working. Then you want to slowly back it out until the trigger starts working again. You want to have 1 millimeter or 2 of over travel, but you want to keep it as short as possible. Once you've done that, then you'll know that it's adjusted. If you set it too far back, it will engage too far back and it'll stop the gun from working. But you got to be careful because depending on the trigger shoe that's in it, you could push the set screw all the way back too far and it will actually leave the trigger shoe and then you'd have a problem. Made some good money. He's ready for a robbery. Always. How old is that shotgun? That's a Keltec KS7. It's not very old at all. World War Trump? We don't talk about that. Although if he undoes every fucking conviction from January 6th, he's going to start a different kind of riot amongst all the fucking politicians in the U.S. government. So hopefully he has a little bit more tact than to do it on his first day. I did 2 stone and I got my office at 9 and was home by 3 after I stopped the gun store to see what was new law. Age is not relevant. Would you carry a 22 LR pistol for CCW? No, not personally. Thoughts on the Walther PDP match? The new trigger is glass. I haven't gotten my hands on one, but I'll believe you on that one. You sold all your guns, so you're starting over. Should have sent them to me. No SMG looking gun. Can you... Jesus Christ. It's Wednesday. Good. Politicians should be scared shitless of people. That's how the system is supposed to work. Okay, gave for a cheap price. Don't give guns to family members. You give them to the Jimmini Show. We are family. What team? I'm on gun team. I don't care what caliber it's in. Nice safe. The rat nest cleaned up. Looks good. No, that's actually just a gun locker. It's just a heavy-duty one. Small pistol is a Jennings J22. Been looking at Glock 43X. What do you think? Glock 43X is a perfectly fine... Jesus Christ, this shirt feels weird. Is a perfectly fine gun. I don't care for Glocks. I think they're one of the most boring designs on the planet, but it'll save your life. So that's all that matters. God damn it, there's a Therian in chat. Can I borrow? No. I gave you a gun and somehow Stone ended up with it. No. You sold him the gun that I wanted to buy from you. You sent me a gun and I sent you 2 back. Let's not count the number of guns we've sent amongst each other, okay? Because we're starting to look like warlords. I did see the Magpul Ruger Glock. I may have to get my hands on one just to break it. Brother, love the live, love the content. Thank you, Ray. What's the best type of guns are good for a beginner and a woman? Go to a gun store. Put a bunch of guns in your hand. You may not be able to hold a Glock 19. A Glock 48 may be better for you, or a Shield Plus, or a Canik Rival SFX. You never know. So go to a gun store, put your hands on a bunch of guns, see what feels good in your hands. The set screw was almost all the way out when I got it. Had first rain trip. I go more and more and it feels way better. I'm going to do what you said. Thanks. Yeah, so you want to stop the gun from functioning, then back it out until it actually starts to work. I'm an amazing hypnotist. What's the pistol down to on the first row? Yeah, we're not doing that tonight, brother. Sorry. I agree with you on Glocks are nothing special. Pretty much IRL Lord of War. Not really. Haven't gotten sent to me. What the fuck? Yeah, we need to talk about that, DB. You need to buy my shit. When did you buy your first gun? 2017. Shield Plus is good. Yes, it is. Hey, sir, thoughts on Canik Meta MC9 as a secondary CCW? Go for it. The guns have decent triggers. They're small enough to carry. They have good capacity of 11 or 13, depending on which mags. They're perfectly good. Hey, Carlos, are you wanting my opinion or are you just typing a gun? Oh, wait, it won't matter anymore. Trigger felt way better since I put it in some. Yeah, it will. So, best barrel length for 308. No clue. Somebody else will have to answer it. What have you seen about the 50 GI? 50 GI or Guncrafter International round is a weird round. It's fun, but I have no idea. Anyways, yes, we will say that in a second. Potato. The thing is, I'm getting a lot of text in here right now. Glocks feel fine in the hand once you grow a pair and shape it to fit. Ha. Because you're not competent to have any of these guns, DB. They're classy, not shit-ass Glocks. Lol, Jesus Christ, McManus went after DB hard. Weirdly worse than you would expect from a Canuck. I like the P320. It shoots for me. I don't got to exercise my trigger finger. Yeah, funny. When are you getting a gym membership? As soon as you get one to a school that teaches you how not to be a jackass. So when you get your membership, you let me know, and then I'll work on me. The best part, too, is I can fix my body. You can't fix your fucked up brain. A lot of comments coming through right now. Yeah. Didn't even notice. Meh. No fighting, kids. Anyways, let's get back to the email I got today. So I got an email that you get when you are on the ATF's automated FFL alert system, which means that my application must be at a better point because I got something that would only be sent to this email if it was through my FFL. So that's what's giving me the Springfield has amazing warranty. They're amazing. Thanks for telling me to send it in. No problem, Drunk Mouse. He's just mad his parents named him Kenneth. Oh, I'm fine with somebody named Kenneth. I need to know who to yell at for fucking up my lawn. Best EDC while on the treadmill. A burger. Will I be outgunned with the 22 LR? Not if you know how to shoot. Love the response. Thank you. Yeah, another 320 explode. I don't care. Saying another 320 means nothing to me. I want to know the serial number. I want to know the build date. I want to know whether or not it had the recalls done to it. If it's a pre-2021 build that has never had the recalls done to it, then it doesn't matter that it just exploded a few days ago. It's from a series of guns from before the recall. If it's from before the recall, it doesn't fucking matter when it exploded. What should I pick for my EDC? Right now, because you're looking to do something, get yourself a Bull Armory SAS2. Back in the day, they just had to log in and check your FFL updates. Not for your FFL license anymore. You got to go through a long fucking process. It was a Legion. Oh, well, sucks for the Legion, but yeah, they've had Legion since 21. Congrats in advance. Thank you. Came out after the recalls. I want to see the serial number on it. I want to see if it was modified too. Got the email too. I think your FFLs are a target for individual gauging star purchase. Yep, that's the one I just got. So I'll have to send me the pics. All right. Also, I want to see the video of the gun exploding. Now, if the gun had an out-of-battery detonation, that's one thing. But if you're trying to tell me that somebody's claiming that a SIG 320 Legion went off on its own, I would find that hard to believe. They have a different trigger bar, trigger spring, and they have a different drop safety on them. But I'm not going to doubt that one went off. I'm not going to say they never fail. Everything fails. Everything man-made fails. I just want to see what happened. I stole a Meta SFT, not as good as a TSO. Yeah. So McManus, Stone said that I could borrow the TSO when you're done playing with it. Yeah, I don't trust a YouTube video. I want to see the original video. Is it an uncut video or is it a video where they say, the SIG 320 goes off on its own, look at this, and then they cut, or is it the full video? I want to see the full video. Link me to it. Wasn't an out of battery. It's common amongst them. I've seen a lot of them on comp circuit blow up the same way. No one seems to know. So it was a catastrophic failure of the gun, not an accidental discharge, is what you're saying. That I can believe. They just haven't officially told you that it's approved, but I'm sure it's approved in their system. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, drunk. It's of the guy who owned it. Yeah, I want to see the video. But yeah, I'm not going to deny it, dude. There's no reason to I'm not going to be a Glock fanboy and become a SIG fanboy and say their guns don't fail. Their guns do fail. And an exploding gun is different from somebody claiming it was an AD. What's good about the TSO over the Shadow 2s? Roy, it's a longer barrel at 5.25 inches. It's single action only with a 1.75 pound trigger, and it is also based on the Checkmate frame, not the Shadow 2 frame. I will tell you, I had a PM go off in the holster. It was on. It was a failure of the gun. I don't care. I don't believe you. Show me an uncut video of the gun going off on its own. 90% of holster discharges are because there's either a failure of the holster or something wrong with the way the gun was placed into the holster. So if you can send me an uncut video of you placing the gun in the holster and then later on the gun firing on its own, not the one of the fucking cop who didn't have the gun secured right and the strap wasn't over it. Look, I'm not saying your gun didn't go off, but right now with the internet, everybody believes everything they see. So I'm not going to believe anything until I see empirical proof that a gun went off. And it is possible that it went off because the M17 and M18 were adopted in 2017, which is 4 years before the recalls were done. So again, your gun could have been one of the ones that had the possibility of going off. No, it's you can make anything fail. It's just under normal conditions is the problem. Nah, I don't live there anymore, Stone. I don't think it's out of battery problem. SIG seems like it's more the case not being supported. That could very well be. They have a very unsupported chamber. Yeah. What's your opinion on the Set Me See rifle asking for a fell in Spain? Don't really know it. What would be a good gun for a first concealed carry? Whatever you can comfortably carry, my friend. Whatever you're most comfortably carrying. So you need to decide what's the biggest gun that you can carry on your person and conceal it, as well as comfortably keep in your hand. The better you can hold it, the better you're going to be shooting it. And then the more you're going to practice with it, the more proficient you're going to become, and then the more effective you will be with it. You can carry a Jennings J22 because it's teeny tiny, fits in your pocket, but if you can't shoot it for shit, it's not going to do you any good. I carry a 1911 because at 4 o'clock in the waistband with the long shirt, it hides it. I was a gun failure and I used to be a police officer. I don't care. Like you said, man, if it went off and it's before the recall and it's never had the update to it, then it's the gun's fault. I agree. But it's also because of the holsters that you police officers use. Best gun for the price is a CZP-10 or Beretta APX. That's why I would never put in anything that has trigger retention or trigger guard retention. I would only use one that has light retention or the strap over the back. If you in any way have anything that retains any part of the trigger guard or trigger guard assembly of a SIG 320, get rid of it. If you have a Blackhawk Omnivore that uses the light to hold it, you'll be in a better position. If you're using any holster that has trigger retention, get rid of it. Absolutely get rid of it. I'm not ever going to say that the guns can't go off, but I'm also saying your holster choice is the biggest determining factor of whether or not they're going to go off. So if it has any trigger retention or if it's a Kydex one, get rid of it. How's the Heckler and Coke? The VP9, I have not shot that gun yet. I need to go out and shoot it. Any law against the Second Amendment is unconstitutional. Yes. Big Grizzly. It's my shirt. It makes me look a lot fatter than I actually am today. Motherfuckers, I am not that fat. Look, I'm a bigger guy, but I'm like Vince Vaughn. I'm not fucking fat. That's my belt right there that's sticking up, okay? I am not fucking fat. I just sit in a dumpy ass way because I have a very long torso. Glizzy, oh. Yeah. Where's the skirt? Oh yeah, hold on a second. I don't know. I can send you pictures of the failures. I don't care. I'm not arguing with you, brother. I'm just saying it sucks. Because you came in and started a conversation I said I don't care about. So why continue it? How many times do I have to tell you I don't care about what you're talking about for you to stop talking about it? Jabba the Hutt shooting in 1911. I'm not fat. I just have a lot of meat and other stuff that looks like fat. Possibly mildly obese. Oh, yeah, I am. I need to start working out. That's my problem. Springfield put new tritium sight, reamed chamber, polished frame, locking block ramp, tested, sending my target in blue zip case. Nice, man. I like big bones. You're not fat, but you're not skinny, so you're in the middle. Like I said, I'm the Vince Vaughn kind of a thing. Vince Vaughn looks like he's kind of in shape until you see him not in a shirt, and then he has my build. Meet these. What are your thoughts on using 20 LR in a 22 short revolver? I've never done it, and would that even work with the size of the round difference? Would be my question to you, Mr. Magoo. Boom, 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 boom. What's my favorite gun? Any 1911 is my favorite gun. Easiest workouts in 15K steps every day, and it's effective along with restricting calories. Yes, unless you have degenerative nerve damage and no feet. I should get it back Monday. I'm excited, man. They went away above. Nice, dude. I'm happy for you. I just shipped my pants. Republican handbook says we don't have to do cardio. Why not? Is that a Winchester? It's a non-firing replica of an 1886 Winchester. Yes, sir. Good call. Good catch. 762. Don't type just one fucking thing, dude. Just type in an entire question, sentence, statement. Don't just type in 3 letters. I won't answer those questions. Do you like revolvers? First time here. Yes, I respect revolvers. I have a GP100, SP101, as well as a 460 XVR and the EAA Windicator 357. Are those Night Stalker 1911s any good? TSOS is fair for what they build, but I don't give a shit about them because they have questionable forgings. I've reached out to their channel, and Jesus Christ, Cheese, why would you say something rude like that? That's kind of rude. But anyways, back to it. What was I saying? My ADD is strong. What are your thoughts on building an AR or buying an AR in 5.56? If you want to learn to build them, they're a great thing to learn on. They're very easy to build, but if you just want to buy one to drive it, do it. Did you see the Ruger? Yes, I did. Do you own any left-handed ones? No, because I'm not left-handed. Yep, I saw you emailed it to me. I'll check it out. What does it mean that they reamed the chamber? That means they went in and they used probably some kind of diamond bit carbide or something like that, and they reshaped the chamber just slightly. Rude boys. Yeah, they try. Always buy and try, so what beats a TSO? You got to step up quite a bit to beat a TSO. There's a reason why they're $2,000 guns. You're talking into the race gun territories. No smoke bombs. I know you're rambling mile a minute like cocaine. I don't know this cocaine person. Drone's weak to shotguns, but in close proximity. Okay, what's your most favorite weapon? 1911s. Been a while since I seen you. Hey, aliens, what's up? Bought a Kimber 1911. You recommend any mag brand that are compatible with it? Well, it's a 1911. Every mag brand is compatible with Kimber, but I would recommend Wilson Combat, Chip McCormick, Ed Brown in that order. Especially my price for TSO, can't beat it, free. Well, thoughts on suppressor laws being set back due to recent events? It won't be because that was a homemade suppressor. What's good, brother? Nice to see you again. What you carry more often rather than the next? 1911s all the time. Thought Kimbers were made like shit. Nope, they had bad quality control for 5 to 15 years, but they seem to have gotten a lot better. So they're definitely worth a look again. It's kind of like when your dad bought bad gas from BP 20 years ago and he refused to use the gas station. times move on. So give it another shot, and if it's still shit, then yeah. But a lot of their products have gotten a lot better. Greatest Christmas gift ever. From me? Do I like the new Kimber? The 2K11, I haven't gotten my hands on one, and I'm not spending staccato money to just try one. It looks fine to me, though. Oh, wow, nice. Thanks, Joe. They put new Trijicon night sights on it and fixed it. How was it not zeroed? How it was not zeroed. Yeah, so it all depends. They test fired the gun, and who knows, maybe they had a cattywampus eye motherfucker like me doing the sighting in, and your eyes might not be as bad as mine. McManus stole a CZ Tactical Sport Orange the long way around. So no hopes for Form 1 suppressors like a few years ago. You know, you can still do it, but I guarantee you that wasn't a Form 1. That dude was a psycho. I've never tested underwater shooting. You can, Mythbusters still has their video up on YouTube about it. Sev, thank you. You too. I know where you live, McManus. Lol. What do you think about that Echelon 4-inch compact? It's half an inch shorter, so it's like a 17 to a 19. So would you really call it a compact in today's days? I'm sure it shoots 100% fine because the comp, the reason you have the comp too, actually I think the comp is a ported barrel, or they cut the barrel, but you know, you got the comp, which is effectively a 4-inch barrel too. Can you hit a drone out the sky? Maybe. Stone Justy ship him a box of German roaches. Lol. Send him the things from the slaughterhouse that you cleaned out, man. Then he'll get spooked. Mr. Mouse is irritated with me. Mrs. Mouse is irritated? Why? Because you're being a goober? What'd you buy this time? Is Kel-Tec the ugly Christmas sweater of guns? Yes. Although High Point seems to promise a new gun every year about this time. 9 or 40, dude, please help me understand the difference. I like both. 40 is a cut down 10. 9 is its own round. 40 is a compromise round. 9 is a round that keeps getting completely examined, revamped, and upgraded every decade or so. 40 is a compromise made because guns of the 80s, in late 80s, early 90s couldn't handle 10 millimeter. Can you hit a quarter off of an airplane? Sure, if I'm on the same airplane and the airplane's on the ground and I have a sniper rifle and I'm touching it with the barrel. Asked her, she said, not that mad at me. Oh, you're fucked, dude. If you need a place to crash. What is your favorite gun? 1911s, SFR, you're screwed drunk. Yeah. I'm not even married and I know you're in trouble, dude. No, like I said, writing on a bullet is a psychotic behavior. Now, if he was setting up his defense by writing on the rounds, we'll see. Since you carry 1911, you believe 8 or 9 rounds is plenty for self-defense? Yes, I 100% do. The average shooting, based on multiple sources, is between 3 and 5 rounds. Typically no more than 7, but it is possible to go over that. So again, I say if you go past a few rounds, you're engaging in a firefight. At that point, your training and mentality are different from self-defense. You're no longer trying to just defend your own life from an attacker. You are actively engaging with somebody who is engaging you back. And in that case, you have spare mags. I know I took a nap earlier and was cranky when I got up. You'll be all right, brother. What is better? Short answer. They both have their pros and cons, I see. 9mm, if you can get a 154 grain 9mm that will perform almost as good as a 40 cal, you can't get 40 cal cheaper than you can 9, so I would go 9 with a plus P. Does porting a barrel make a big difference for recoil versus comp? They both serve the same function. The difference is when you port a barrel, you're actually drilling into the barrel itself, where when you're compensating, it's at the end or hanging off the end of the barrel. So the positioning of where the gases are escaping is different, which also affects the cycling of the firearm as well as the sighting ability of the firearm. Porting, in my opinion, and many people's opinion, I would say that porting is not as effective as a comp. Hey, dude, I got your shirt ready to go. I want to know what you want me to sign on it. Have you ever shot the AA-12? No, I wish I could have, but it was already outlawed by the time, or made an NFA by the time I wanted one. Waiting on another barrel. You just trying to use that new machine of yours, aren't you? I got something hanging for you. It's about 4 inches to the up. Did you just remove A-hole's comment? Oh, well. He was making a joke, DB. A-hole was here before you. The last time I was watching you was a fake tit stream. Yeah, a lot of people do that one. Do I think the 43 is valid? Depending on how you train, yes, absolutely, it can be. Question on rifles. Say I got an offer for a 1943 carabiner 98 Kurz for about 3,000 pounds with a bunch of ammunition and stripper clips. You are in a different country. I don't know what the going rate is where you are. I can tell you a K98 here in the United States would be way less than that, because 3,000 euro is about, what, $3,700 US? It's way too much. Regular the GOAT. Gotcha. So my company's vacation policies where they don't roll over the time to the next year. To today, my boss told me to use up all my vacation time and I don't have to come back to work until January 6th. Ooh, weird day. I don't do barrels in a mill. Yes, you do. I know you do. You're just looking for stuff to stick in your mill. I had a Walther P22 that had a compensator, but over time it worked itself loose and couldn't be tightened, so I sold it. Worked its way loose but couldn't be tightened. So that's an interesting problem to have, because the way they attach to it, I guess, that's weird. You could have just replaced, you could have bushing the screws or replaced the screws. It sounds like your screw stretched. What do I think about SIG 320s? I have a couple of them. I like them. How about a Ruger making a Gen 3 Glock clone? I bet Smith & Wesson waited until now to copy Glock. I don't really have an opinion because I haven't seen much on it. I mean, it's a combination between Magpul and Ruger, so I'm sure it's fine. Fan of yours, keep dropping amazing content. Thank you. $1 is 98 euro. Really? It's down to only a 2-cent difference between the dollar to euro? The other auction in 23 minutes. That is insane. I did not realize your economy has gone to shit. Wow. Why's the euro gone to shit? Is it because Britain refuses to use it? Yeah, because a pound is $3,829 for 3,000 pounds. That's where I was basing it on. I knew the euro was less than the pound, but I didn't realize you guys had lost your entire economy. My opinion on Ivor Johnson pistols. A lot of them are built by Arms Corps and Chiappa, so I like the ones built by Arms Corps. I hate the ones built by Chiappa. 365 Legion or Staccato CS, and will the new Ruger RMX be closed? Will be closed what? It just got announced and dropped. You're a few months away from being able to buy it on the street. My P22 has a threaded barrel cap permanently threaded on. Yeah, and the ones that we can order from like RSR and places, they're all Cali compliant, so. Because it's the Euro law. Zaxxon, you have the welded California. Yep. Please slow down with repeated questions. Give them a chance to catch up. Yeah, I can tell you right now, when you just sit here and enter, this isn't fucking Twitch. You know, Twitch bombing me with questions when there's only 100 people in here just does nothing but get your question ignored. I'm going to go eat and play with boobs and my stolen TSO later, boys. You bought me some fake tits that you're going to send with the TSO? Gotcha. Man, I feel like you're always on stream 3 times a week, and then last weekend I went and did the stupid shit and did a 22-hour live stream. You know how much I made for that 22-hour live stream? $483 fucking dollars. You know how much I made off of ads? $3. So yeah, I will never do another 24-hour live stream. Tell Bob's. Wait, the Great British Pound less than the dollar? No. The euro is only 2 cents more than the US dollar. The pound is way more. The pound is nearly 30% greater than the US dollar. First timer here. All right, Manny. I was wondering if you're going to do a 24-hour live stream. If I ever do another 24-hour live stream, it has to be sponsored. And that includes if you motherfuckers want me to do it again. If I do 24 hours, I make less than $100 an hour, I won't do it. It's not worth my time. It took me 3 days to recover from it. I missed out on doing other shit, so no, it's not worth it. As an Irishman, do you think countries should adopt American gun laws? I believe that America shouldn't have America's gun laws. We should just be able to own firearms. The more guns we have in the hands of people that are willing to use them responsibly and effectively in the defense and protection of others will lead to a gentler society enforcing their own rules. Will it be Wild Wild West? No, because we'll still have law enforcement agencies, but it will deter more brave criminals that are armed. The fact of the matter is, the people that have guns in your countries don't give a crap that they're not supposed to have them. So I believe that every country should have the right to have firearms. I just believe there should be better training. There should be better accountability for those that abuse firearms. But putting actual limitations and laws on the guns is a stupid thing to do. California, I hope it breaks off and falls into the ocean. May I ask, are those reals? They are real, not replicas, Tierney. Next challenge, $50 donation for every consumed Taco Bell party pack. Let's do this. Yep, nope. I have 3 bear arms. I couldn't get the other one off of them. Probably fly out to PA to visit family. Hey, well, come on down here. We'll hang out and go shooting. What's your everyday carry? 1911. You have the right to bear arms, and you have the right to arm bears. If you ask me, arming the bears makes it a 50-50 chance whether or not the hunter comes back. I don't get into geopoliticals because I'm not in the military. I'm neither, and nor am I in a lawmaking entity, nor am I in position to make laws. So I can't give you my thoughts. I hate war. I hate violence. I hate the fact that people go after each other in a terminal manner. I was watching Washington gun law today, and he was saying Texas wanted to start new gun laws. Oh, they always want to start new gun laws, man. All right, SFR, which one would you put in the golf bag? Probably my 1911. AR-15 or AK? AR-15. Favorite game meat? I like good smoked deer. Venison jerky. I think people should be allowed to have firearms, but if you have a problem with people, you should be able to fight it out gladiator style. That's what gangsters used to do back in the day. I'm not talking about you fucking motherfuckers that pull drive-bys and shit. Old school gangsters, while wearing their shoulder rigs, would just have knockdown, drag out fucking fist fights, and then they would fucking drink at a bar later because whoever won. The matter was over. It's not like today where it's all motherfucker wronged me, so I'm going to go and shoot up his whole fucking block. That's the chicken shit way of life. CSWOL. Also known as the John Collins. Sounds good. I will let you know if I fly out there. But you're going to Pennsylvania, so I'm going to avoid Pennsylvania with guns. No, I would never run for any sort of office. I've done too many weird, creepy things to get into office. I like Brahmin steaks, and I like me some squirrel bits. Especially since there are no squirrels in Fallout. Shot your first buck a week ago. Nice. New Gladiator movie is really go. You should go see it. I don't go and see movies anymore. What is the best place to get 22 long rifle? Online, AmmoSeek. Still waiting on the Susage. Smallest pistol I have is a Colt Junior 25 ACP. Hey, all you people, do me a favor, hit the like button. It gets the Google algorithm machine working, and then they stop fucking with me when it comes to blocking my stuff. Hey, Guile, orifice. I'm in my orifice, and I stick things in the orifice. Lots of hard things go into my orifice. I like your hat. People have said that. Bears with arms bearing arms having overbearing armed bears. I think we should shave bears and put mom tattoos on their arms. What's your favorite gun other than the 1911? Probably going to have to go with the CZ75. 30-06, it'll do the job. Ever shot an AR in 22? Absolutely, they're fun. Aliens just like, thank you. Do I like the Car 98? I've never really spent any time with the K98 myself. It's fine. I'm not an old school guy, so some of the channels that do the old school stuff, they love them, but meh. Where's the slide to the pistol at the bottom left? Those are grip modules for the Springfield Echelon. I sold my regular Echelon because I'm going to get the Springfield Echelon comp once my FFL license gets finalized. That way I can order it through a distributor and I don't have to pay retail prices. Yeah. I like my 300 short mag. Nice. There is no assault rifle. Assault rifle is a myth. The only time an assault rifle is when you are in a military engaged active engagement area and you are assaulting a position. But in that case, you are an assault soldier, an assault boot, an assault hat, an assault front badge. No such thing as an assault rifle. Are TSOS pistols any good? They're okay, but I don't promote them on this channel. Any thoughts on Jesse James 1911s? They're very expensive. If I can get my hands on one, I'd love to check one out. Where's the best place to sell my reloading press? Facebook. Is the CZ75 better for open carry or inside the waistband? If you're carrying a full-size one, it's up to you, but you should never be carrying CCW outside the waistband anyway. I heard there's new awesome shotgun on the market, Mac 1014. That's an SDS product. Again, I don't promote SDS products. I'm still waiting. Yeah, I'm still waiting because I wasn't wearing the hat and people keep making fun of my thinning hair. And I'm not a fucking bitch when it comes to my hair being thinning, but I don't need the extra ammo since I already have the fucking fish eyes and people think that they're funny, so I don't need to give them the fact that I have thinning hair. Something dark side. Blep, blep, blep. A CZ75 is no more bulky inside the waistband than a full-size government model 1911, so it's fine. Yes, I have shot an NAA mini revolver. Do you know anyone selling 320 slide blanks? I really don't, but you'd have to Google that. I'm sure people will come up. Mine is naturally full-size. Lol. Can I ask why you don't promote SDS products? Yes, I spent $1,000. I bought their TSOS Night Stalker double stack. Bought a new trigger for it because the trigger in it was okay, but it wasn't that good. And then I stippled the gun. I had over $1,000 into that gun, and it wouldn't cycle when it was suppressed because it was getting very dirty very easily. Spring rates and things like that also probably contributed. But it was when it got dirty. It would fire 60 to 80 rounds, and then it would just stop working because it was too carboned up. So I went in and I started trying to clearance it a little bit. You can take the finish off the guns without removing metal, and that will free up a thousandth or two, and then you can start taking metal off. Well, when I took the metal off, I started noticing voids, cracks, and divots in the metallurgy of the slide and the frame. And I have 2 videos on that, as well as a community post with close-up pictures. So when I reached out to SDS on it, I made the video. SDS actually reached out to me, and I said, hey, look, I spent $1,000 on the gun. I wasn't happy with it. I sold the gun. I want to, I'd love to work with you, but you guys don't want to work with me. They asked for the gun back, and I could get it back. Stone has it. And I was like, okay, well, what are you going to do with the gun? Because I set some stipulations. I said, I'll send the gun for you to look at, but I want the gun back. I don't want a replacement gun. I want that gun back if I'm going to send it to you. Because I want to know what your determination is on that gun. So what they were going to do is probably tell me it was some kind of production error. Oh, we're so sorry. Here's a replacement gun. So recently, about a month ago before Black Friday, and I'm going to reach out after SHOT Show and talk to them, or I might even go to SHOT Show and talk to them. Well, I'm going to SHOT Show, but I might talk to them at SHOT Show and ask them for a sample. All I asked them for was a sample gun so that I could check it out and see if the metallurgy was better, if the forging was better, if it was just a defect in my gun, and they refused to answer me. So as of right now, I told them that until I am satisfied that their guns are as good as they claim they are, I will not promote their products, and I have an FFL. It's getting approved right now, and as soon as I have that, I will not carry any of their products in my store. You can order them, but I will not carry one of their products in my store. What's up? Cool. What's your favorite 1911 under $1,500? Springfield Operator. Just go to the beginning and watch it. You'll catch up eventually. It's only 3 hours. I do have it, and after Joe did all the work on it, it runs great. Well, also our buddy Buck did a little bit of work to it too. Now it air racks. I also have a Black Hawk 41 mag. I call it Bear Medicine. Nice. Does FN make a 38 Super? Not that I know of. My Night Stalker has been 100%. Hey, it ran fine unsuppressed. I will give it that. Unsuppressed because when you suppress a firearm, especially if you use an actual pistol suppressor, such as the Osprey 9, which I have, it sends a lot of gassing and a lot of carbon back. So it built up in the gun quickly, but the fact that it failed so quickly made me question why they would even put a threaded barrel in the first place. But yeah. I heard your aim was shit. His aim is fine if he's within 10 yards. I once met a man with a custom 1911 with a slide barrel extended to 16 inches. That is ridiculous. Should have said something. I would have met up in Vegas. I haven't gone there yet. SHOT Show isn't until January 21st to 24th. Is G-Force a good gun manufacturer? Yeah, they're an importer from Turkey. They're fine. Nice blind. Thank you. Thoughts on Taurus G series? They're good, especially for the money. Like the G3C, you get 3 magazines for under $300, and they always have a deal going on this time of the year. So you can probably get into one for about $250 and have a 9mm double stack with double strike capabilities. Do you have any experience with 22 pistols and a suppressor? Any good recommendations for a 22 pistol suppressor host? Yes, the Ruger Mark IV Lite is an amazing suppressor host because of the way it's designed, it doesn't have a reciprocating slide. It just has a lightweight bolt that comes back. It's a very good suppressor host. It's a pain in the ass to clean out when the carbon builds up, though. Had a GSG 22, came with mock suppressor, wooden cycle sub rounds. Yeah, well, number one, the suppressor is not doing anything. The fake suppressor does nothing. But number two, sub rounds are too weak to knock back their slides. It's called making plans, dipshit. Wow, you make me feel so bad. If you went to the range, somebody in the next lane is shooting a paper target at 5 yards away, be afraid? No, I mean, if they're there for self-defense and they're at 5 yards, I'm fine with that. That's 15 feet. When I go to the range, I start at 3. I go 3, 5, 7, 10, 15, 20. And then I shoot from wherever I'm bored. Thoughts on Springfield TRP? TRP is a great gun. I just don't think it's worth $700 more than the base operator. It's got front strap checkering, but you can send one of them out and have that done for just a couple of $100. Do I have an AAK? No. I have an AK. I'm looking to buy a pump-action shotgun. Do you have any recommendations? If you want to start out at the basic level, get a Maverick 88 or a Stevens 320. They're both well under $300, sometimes under $250. They'll run and serve you well. 12-gauge pumps. Then you can start stepping it up from there. High Point 380 is going for $130 on Bud's Gun Shop until you have it sent in and you have to do your stupid background check and your transfer fee. Then it's $170. You can usually find a store or a pawn shop that has one for less, unless they're going to give you a free transfer fee. Is as good as all the hype? No idea. I've never shot one, dude. No. I would not say that there's any good semi-autos in the $300 to $400 range. There are shotguns that will work, but they're not ones I would trust my life to. Black Ace is tactical. They can run for a while, but they're eventually going to have some kind of parts failure because they use a lot of MIM parts internally, and shotguns are pretty violent when they shoot. I do not recommend a semi-auto in the $300 to $400 range. There's lots of them out there, G-Force and all those other companies. All that Turkish stuff, it'll run fine as a range toy, but no, I would not trust my life to one. I run a Mossberg 930 Tactical. Right now, you could probably find a used one for about $700. Spend the extra money, and you'll never have to do anything other than clean it once in a great while. BS, when we went to the range, we started at 100 yards. Yeah, but no, I'm just fucking with it. Stone is actually a pretty good shot. Especially once he finds his hold, dude, he can just ding, 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 ding. We didn't do any video of it, but like with his carry gun, as soon as he hit that, as soon as he got it lined up for his first ting, he just stayed on it, and it was pretty damn strong. Kids are being unmanageable. It's all right. Do I like bows? Sometimes I wear one in my hair. Sometimes I wear a bow tie. Depends on how I'm feeling. My favorite gun I have is my grandpa's H&R single shot 20 gauge. Nice. Are the guns real? What guns? Would you stop? Now I'm going to step on that. Nope, came all the way back to me. And it worked. It stopped the noise. Yeah, I know what you meant, dude. One thing you'll have to get here is a sense of humor, my friend. There are no guns. What are guns? Where are all the cats? The cats are not ready. They're a week or so away from adoptable. What will come first? The cats or the FFL? Well, since I'm not planning on leaving my place anytime soon, hopefully the cats. Thoughts on the Radical RF-15? The Radical RF-15 and the Diamondback DB-15 are two of the recommended entry-level ARs in my opinions. 45 versus 10 millimeter. I don't like to do that kind of a thing. They're different rounds, man. I don't do that. What's the EDC? A 1911 Springfield operator. Every good gun store has a dog or cat. So I'm going to have cats and dogs, and I have a mouse. So, whatever. You got a Glock 19X. Yeah, it's the tan one up there. M4 carbine or a SCAR. SCARs are overpriced, man. Get the M4. I am getting my FFL, and I will have a website, and I will be doing online stuff. Can you have a turtle? I could have a turtle. That would be interesting. DB, he was asking me if I'm going to be a retailer. How to deal with bullies. Ignore them if you can, go to adults if you can't, and keep going to people until somebody listens. You know, bullies are a pain in the ass because they're brave until they're confronted, but the problem is finding people that don't believe that you should deal with it yourself. Have you seen the PSA M4? The 5.56 is going for $500. M4 is just what they're calling the receiver. So, DB, stop removing Luke's question, man. He's asking me actual questions because I keep talking about getting an FFL. He's not asking me to sell him one. He's asking me what's my favorite gun to sell. There's a difference, man. I caught it the other day, Zaxxon. Springfield Mil-Spec versus T-Sauce. I don't recommend any T-Sauce product. If you want to go cheap, then go with the Mil-Spec, the M1911A1. What's your opinion on FAL? Don't really have one. If you go to the website and type it in, if it's not on my wall, I'm not picking one up. Are there many kinds of 22? If somebody's just asking to see one and it's their first time, Roy, just let that one go. If they ask again, then get rid of it. I don't go trapping, so I don't know what to recommend to you. You like the Glock 19X. Cool. Good for you. If it works for you, it works for you, my friend. Fuck. We're talking a lot today, aren't we? We're only an hour in. Holy shit. Have you guys hit the like button? I'm talking a lot. I'm answering a lot of questions. How many lives do you guys go to where they ignore you completely? Come on. Give me a like for that. I'm not asking you for money. I don't give a fuck about that. Just hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Fucking show Google that gun channels deserve to be on YouTube. That's all I'm asking for. What's your favorite animal to hunt? Never been hunting, my guy. If I did hunt, it would probably just be deer or... deer. Glock 44 is your favorite? Ugh. Jolt Cola and Twinkies. Shit. Remember when Jolt Cola, they tried to actually ban Jolt Cola because they said it was too much caffeine? Love the videos, bro. Keep up the great work. I see the Sharpsboro grips. Any plans for it? I had the base Echelon, the original Echelon, but I'm waiting to get the comp now that I'm getting my FFL so I can get it at a discount. So I'm going to get a comped one. So I have both the Sharps Brothers and the Icarus Precision frame. So I'm going to do a test with both of them. Thank you, Blinded. You hunt Poontang. No, I've never been hunting. I didn't get into guns until 2017, so... no, not naming my store Jimmini Crickets. What's your smallest gun? Colt Jr. 25 ACP. I gave a like but need to go. Thank you, Stephen Park. I appreciate that. Is there a caliber that you shoot better than others for some reason? No, there are guns I shoot better than others for no apparent reason. 1911s with a good 45 trigger, or not good 45, but with a good trigger. So like my operator, I'm very good with that. So $60 credit card fee and a $30 weapon handling fee. Is that gun broker trying to fuck you over, Chris? Arex Rex Alpha. I like all of Arex's stuff. Their Deltas are a little bit meh because they're Glock clones, but their Delta, their Arex 10s, oh, they're 226s. Do you have any ARs? Yes, I do, but I don't put AKs or ARs behind me much because YouTube is a bunch of punk ass bitches. Please remember to take a rest and drink some water while streaming. I'm only on for 3 hours, friend, but thank you. Could never shoot the original Shield well, sold it. Oh, I hated the LCR or whatever their small one was. Do I like Formula One? Not really. I'm more of a NASCAR guy and short track guy. Why would you get rid of that? Because they asked it twice? DB, slow down the band shit. Also look at Ruger 1022s and Model 60s. For what? What's your all-time favorite gun? 1911s. That was the first time I saw it, dude. and I didn't see the second one, so just slow it down a little bit. Gun store in North Carolina. That's bullshit, dude. They charged an extra $60 for the credit card fee. Aren't 1911s usually expensive, or does it depend? You can get a 1911s anywhere from $350 to $8,000 for the commercial market. It all depends on what kind of features you're looking for and what kind of quality you're looking for. A mid-range 1911 starts in about the $700 range. And then tops out the mid-range at about $1,500 to $1,800, and then you start getting into what I would call high-end 1911s. But yeah, they are expensive, but you're getting something for that value. $1,000 Glock is a waste of $600. $1,000 1911 is getting near the sweet spot for just a daily shooter. Tony Stewart fan, he was all right. And they gave me a football to the head that happened to me today in school during PE, and it hit me in the nose with a mess of blood. That's why I came back early. Jesus. I hope you're okay, Victor. Why are you in favor? Am I in favor of stricter gun laws in the U.S.? No. Gun laws don't work, son. And if you're asking because you do, I recommend that you go and talk to every criminal you can find and ask them if they're willing to give up their guns when we get those laws. Because the only people that lose rights to firearms and lose access to firearms with gun laws are registered or responsible nonviolent criminals. So no, I am not in favor of stricter gun laws, because stricter gun laws do nothing but bolster criminals. Used to love Glock, but now, boy, I love 1911s. Nice to hear you. Thoughts on Sky CPX2 Gen 3? The trigger is atrocious. Bought a trigger kit for it. Yeah, you can lighten the trigger a little bit, but what I would recommend is if you decide you don't want the gun, get rid of that and check out a DVG one. So it's also a Sky, same basic body, but it's a striker fired gun. So it's actually a single action gun versus a pure double action. Glocks are not on my list of give a crap about. They're all exactly the same. It doesn't matter what the number you put after the word Glock. Every Glock manufactured since the beginning of Glock's manufacturing is exactly the same gun. Sorry. Adding ambi controls or double nested guide rod does nothing, because you can put that in any of the Glocks. Oh, no, unfortunately, Chris, believe it or not, there are people that will give up their guns. That's why some states can outright ban guns. It's a bullshit thing So I am not going to violently oppose anybody, but I will strategically and within my legal rights oppose any sort of gun retrieval. But the state of Virginia has already announced that it's a 2A sanctuary, so even if there was an announcement that guns were being taken, there's no law enforcement agency in 98 out of 104 counties in the state of Virginia that would actually take your firearm. Thoughts on teachers carrying concealed in schools? Look at Ohio. Ohio has had gun-toting teachers for decades. Enough said. I've learned a lot about different guns since I joined the channel, so I've learned to hate Glock even more than I did. You're still getting one. What's up, Alchemist? They lift any of your strikes yet? Zaxxon, you're just here to internet deals and shark them. Hey, you know what? Whoever sends me the money first. What's your favorite 1911 mod? Don't really mod my 1911s much. I just tune them, adjust them, and make them a little bit smoother. Throttle. I can tell you what guns are reliable, but when it comes to what gun I would recommend for you, I don't know you. Go to a gun store, pick up a bunch of guns, see what feels good in your hand. If you have a range that rents firearms, go out there, rent a Glock, rent a 1911, rent an FN 509 mid, rent a Canik Meta, see what you shoot better. That's the way you determine what's going to work for you. I can recommend that all those guns are functional and reliable, but I can't tell you what's going to work for you, buddy. Can't stand Overton dude's a tool bag. Yeah, well, he definitely has his way of being a person. Don't you have to lock your guns in the gun cabinet? Technically, no. I don't have small children in my home, so if I want to leave guns out, which I do, I can. There are gun laws in place should a child or somebody who's hanging with the child get injured because you left the gun unattended, then you can get in trouble. But this is a gun room in my place. So it's a secured room, and I have gun storage options, but this is a secured room, so I can leave the guns out completely. I don't really have anything I would call like my most long-range gun. I mean, honestly, if we're going to do that, it would probably be one of my AR-15s. Was Yosemite Sam a satirical insult to Pro 2A citizens? I don't think so. He never shot somebody that was innocent. Thoughts on the Taurus TS9? I've been thinking about getting one, but I haven't heard a lot. Well, it's going to get discontinued very quickly. If you want a TS9, save up an extra $150 to $200 and get the Kimber R7 Mako. They both use the exact same operating system, which is called the Boobits. It locks up in the top corner of the chamber versus a front chamber lockup or anything like that. And the Kimber works a lot better than the Taurus version. The Taurus is such a bad copy of the original Boobits gun. I know Bubitz, not Bobiez. So Boobits design that the trigger lock that's on the Taurus is completely non-functional because all they did was put it on the gun without it making it work. My original channel is unlocked. Something weird happened on this channel. I lost 300 watch hours today. If you lost 300 watch hours, that's because another video was taken down. Go through your library and see if they took another one down without telling you. I have small people and my guns are locked in a room. Yep. You have a flashlight. It's the best. Screaming Joe, what about? Yeah, I've seen it. No caps, brother. You're the one screaming. Do you, Zothoth? I don't know. It's a Glock 3 clone from Magpul and Ruger, so... How'd you do on your marathon? I went 22 hours and 15 minutes, and I made less money than I do in just 9 hours a week. What's the difference between the Springfield Garrison and Operator? The Garrison is a lower-end gun, no rail, only has rear slide serrations. They might have added front slide serrations, but it's a much less setup gun. I have a Beretta 92 FS. What do you think of the gun? 92 FS is a good gun. That's all there is to say about that. Geez, they do that? I don't know, probably. The only way you would lose watch hours is if those watch hours are contained within a video that gets removed. If you go to Social Blade and you type in your channel name, you can always see when like a video gets removed because your views for that day go super negative. Show us a 22 pistol. So what I would do is go to Social Blade, type in your channel, and see what day, because you can get a more accurate view of your day-to-day view count and see what day those views disappeared. Do I have an M16? Nope. Is a 1911 a good home defense gun? It's a good backup. I wouldn't use it as my primary. I have one as a backup. I use a shotgun for my home defense. Never shot night vision. What do I think of Charter Arms 9mm revolvers? They're cheap. They're cheap for a reason. They seem to run okay, but they get marred. The finish mars up on them really well, really easily, and they don't hold resale value. So if you're looking for a cheap thing to have, they're okay, but Can you briefly explain what single action and double action are on a gun? Yes, I can, for layman's term. Now, I'm talking about the trigger when I talk about double action, single action. A double action gun like a Beretta is you pull the trigger, and as you pull the trigger, it cocks the hammer back and releases it, or cocks a striker back and releases it. A single action gun must be racked to charge either the hammer back or the striker into place, and pulling the trigger simply releases. So that is the basic difference. Now there are guns that are double action to single action, so you can start them in double action mode. After the slide racks once, then it's in single action mode. There are guns that are strictly double action. There are guns that are strictly single action. So how many guns do you have in total? Don't know. I never count. Truck gun is whatever my CCW is at any given time. Like and subscribe, blah, blah. Have you seen the Magpul Dynamics Art of the Handgun featuring Travis Haley and Chris Costas? I used to watch it a lot. No, I have not. No problem, Valis. So, just a little bit of a thing about the Glock. So, people claimed when the Glock first came into the country, and even my old boss at Liberty used to put in Glocks as a double action trigger. It's not a fucking double action. So a Glock uses what is called a pre-cocked striker. So does Canik, so does Walter, so do them all, basically. So when you rack the gun, it pre-cocks the striker, and then the trigger pulls, and then it releases the striker. Don't get the difference between a pre-cocked striker and a double action mixed up. It'll make you look like a fool. I can get blank guns pretty easy. They're worth like recoil training or something with those. Depending on where the gas is coming out. Some of the blank guns, they're designed to shoot straight out the top of the gun. If it shoots out the barrel, then you're fine. If it goes up through the chamber, then you're not going to get a good recoil. What's the big boy behind you? Keltec KS7 shotgun. It's funny because I'm in Scotland, so the only guns I come across are in video games. No problem. What are the most important safety measures individuals should take whilst handling and storing firearms? Jake Gyllenhaal's character made a joke of it. Trigger discipline. Never put your finger in a trigger guard. Doesn't matter if you know it's empty or not. Never put your finger in the trigger guard. Never point a gun at something you don't intend to destroy. Always treat every fucking gun like it's loaded. Doesn't matter if you just set it down yourself. Quantum mechanics states that anything that can happen will happen. So for all you know, a quantum event could happen, and all of a sudden a fully loaded gun winds up in front of you. Neil deGrasse Tyson hasn't disproved that theory yet. Fuck him, by the way. And number 4, know your target and what's beyond. Do you like piston run ARs? I don't really care either way. The internet tells you one's better than the other. Just whatever one you like better, it becomes personal preference. I have more experience with the direct impingement ones, but the piston-driven ones are fine. They're more expensive, which is a pain in the ass. Yeah, I saw the new Ruger RXM. I should have just titled this, Yes, I've Seen That One, because, man, it flooded social media when they do a ban on posting content, even though they sent the guns out to everybody, and it sucks because it's kind of like computer tech. Yeah, everybody's talking about it because a gun is so cheap to produce. Ruger or Magpul, whoever is sending them out, it's probably Ruger, is just dumping them onto the market. Use Glock. Do you think they will ever be unseated as a sidearm for LE? A lot of places have actually dethroned the gun. In fact, Pennsylvania State Police has switched over to Walther PDPs, and there are many agencies that are switching over to staccatos. So in terms of the deal that Glock gives for Blue Line and for law enforcement and things like that, it'll be hard to replace them. But there's also many agencies that use Smith & Wesson M&Ps. Difference between Springfield operator and emissary. Just like the difference between the Garrison and the operator, dude, they're two completely different guns. Squared off trigger guard, different grip texture, different slide, different cuts. Everything is different, man. Do you like the Glock 25? No, it's a 380 ACP Glock. Glock has a problem making their 44 run. The 38, at least, the 380 at least been around for a while, so it can be reliable, but it's a Glock, dude. If this is your first time here, I'm going to let you know right now, I don't like Glocks. So asking me if I like any model, likely going to pick up a SIG 220 for the bedside gun, Mossberg 590 for total home, and Beretta APX A1 for suggestion or Alstom. No, dude, that's fine. Just practice with them, dude. That's the number one thing. Practice with what you buy. What do you think of Ruger rifles? I'm not a rifle guy. I feel like I've asked this or a similar question. What's your favorite model for the 1911? Don't really have one. I just like 1911s. It can change on the daily. Depends on who builds the nicest gun. I bought a Walther, but I've yet to shoot it. Well, if it makes you feel better, I only put 10 rounds through one. You make me want to sell my Glock, and it's my most expensive pistol. Dude, if it works, it works. If you're looking for a workhorse that is non-offensive, unobjectionable, and will run and save your life, fine. Glock is fine. Glock is fine. But why, if you're a real enthusiast, would you settle? Glock is not perfection. Glock is settling. Glock is the shit at the bottom of the pool. Lord, if you're telling the truth, you need to get a lawyer. You also can't be on my channel while your investigation is going underway. Have fun. Your thoughts on the new Ruger and Magpul? No, I'm done. I'm not giving out anything. It's too new. It just came out today. The videos just came out today. Until I get my hands on one, I can't tell you anything. But what I will tell everybody that's asking, the new Ruger is a Gen 3 clone. It's going to be a Gen 3 clone. Ruger and Magpul would have had to do something monumentally fuck-based to not make a gun that runs. So, to everybody that's sitting there wanting to type that question, please think about this. The videos just dropped today. Do you honestly think the public has access to that firearms when the videos just dropped today? It's a Gen 3 clone. Yeah, it's a clone. Glock clones from now on this channel are clones. Your preferred ear protection at the range. I usually wear just soft in-ears. Some days I'll wear impact shooting sports. When they gave me a bolo nozzle, I felt like I backed up, was stumbling badly, and grabbed my PE teacher. My friend gave me paper for the blood. Well, at least it went away. Do you like the SDX 12 from Escort? Haven't put my hands on one, but it sounds like a Turkish-built gun. I had access to it. We tore it down and laughed. Gotcha. Like I said, I have no interest in checking out the gun. It's a clone. You know, I have no desire to check out like the Lone Wolf Dusk because it's a clone. I have no desire to check out any of them. All right, Jackson. Do you rather subsonic for practice? I practice with what I carry. So I carry 124 grain and I don't carry suppressed. So typically my practice is always with supersonic 124 grain rounds. Subsonic does nothing for you during target practice unless you're going to be carrying subsonic rounds while you're shooting as well. Have I shot the Taylor T22? No, I have not. How much do I... Have you tried any G4 semi-auto shotguns? Number one, don't use all caps. What's your thoughts on the G36C? Can we even get those in the U.S. yet? Do you prefer LPVO, fixed power scopes, or slight magnifiers? So mine runs a fixed 4 power with a set of off-cant sights, 45-degree offset sights. I'm not a big fan of LPVO just because I don't go out past 150 yards for most of my shooting, so I don't need something that goes to 6 power. That would be cool, an updated P95 with optics cuts and a steel frame. Yeah, I don't understand your question. Why do you like the 1911 so much compared to other pistols design? Functionality. It's one of the simplest designs for a semi-automatic pistol outside of the grip safety bullcrap. But the trigger pull is so simple and so nice, and it's so easy to adjust that it makes the gun so easy to shoot. And the way that the barrel is locked up at the top of the barrel, and it has a swinging link, and if you look at the tilt when it fires, it barely moves, unlike the tilting action of a Glock or any other semi-auto that's currently a 9mm. So anyone had hands-on with the new Daniel Defense H9? Not the new one. Have I heard about the Czech USA manufacturing sale? No. Do I collect knives? No. What do I think about the Glock 56? A what? Do you? Yeah, Mikey, stop spamming your questions. This isn't Twitch. You just got to wait until I get to them. What's your take on revolvers in general? The 357 Python, the release is fine, but a Ruger GP100 or a Smith & Wesson 686 will outshoot a Python every day of the week. Who says I don't carry 45? Best suggestion for a subcompact 380. Want to get something for the old lady. Take her to a store and see what fits her hands. But guns, I can tell you that will be reliable would be like the Ruger 380 Max. 365 and 380, stuff like that. The barrel is supposed to tilt up to help with recoil. No, you don't understand how a gun works if that's what you think. The only reason the barrel has to move is because it's locked to the slide. It either has to drop or tilt so that the slide can continue to move. A barrel, a piece of metal that does this, does not help with recoil. A barrel that does this causes recoil. Think about physics before you start typing stuff. And the team that hit me with the football started laughing. I'm sorry, Victor. What do I think about the HK416? I've never actually used a real HK416, so I don't have an option. Sig Legion versus Springfield Prodigy. It's two different types of guns, my friend. If you want to compare double stack 1911s to 1911s, I will. If you're asking me which one I would take, personally, I'd probably take the Sig Legion, to be honest with you. Yeah, 100%. When my daughter and me go to the range, I can't get the 1911 out of her hands. That's funny. Great answer. Thank you. But yeah. It's okay. Things happen. It sucks when it does, though. Is that a Glock 19? If you want it to be. If you can't tell that it's not, sure. You don't have to be a dick. I'm not being a dick. A 357? No, but I got a 345 in my Charger, the Hemi. It's 345 cubic inches. I don't think anything has a 357 cubic inch. Oh, NASCAR engines. No, those are 358. Oh, I'll block you for free, Honey Fresh. Here you go. Motion X doesn't know what they're talking about. They're not contributing to the conversation, and they don't need to be here. What are we talking about today? It's been mostly about guns, actually, today. Deadpool every day of the week, 16 times on Monday. Is that a Luger? Ha ha ha. Does a gun channel have a 9mm? Really? I mean, fucking really? Go to bed, son. School's tomorrow. Sorry to hear that, Spades, because I'm anti-people, which is more important because my guns have never shot me. You, my fine gentlemen, know your guns. Thank you. Do not a question here, but a show of my rare ignorance in firearms. At first glance, I can never tell some Ruger revolvers from Heritage revolvers. Any tips to learn to spot the difference? Revolvers are difficult. You really got to get up close with some of them. Sometimes if you learn the grips and the design of the back of the frame, but I really can't. I'm not a revolver of a guy. I would not recommend one in the $600 range, but if you need a brand, Rock Island and T-Sauce both sell them in that range. You get 2 golden Desert Eagles. Yeah, but you also get that ugly fucking dog. Tommy, yes. It's as far as I can tell, it's good to go. So it should be here very soon. To your question about can we get G3, look up Tommy Built. No. Not the Tommy Built stuff. I'm talking about the real HKs. Getting a gun from a company that makes imitation versions of other guns. Have you seen their reliability videos? Like Demo Ranch has bought a bunch of their guns and they're shit. Edward Sarkisian has bought a bunch of them and they're shit. Tommy Built is super expensive and their guns are not that good. What do you think about the Desert Eagle? I had one, sold it. They're fine, but they're not worth keeping. Yes, I have an AK. Nice, I'm happy for you. Thank you, Tommy. Oh, the tungsten frame blew apart. the frame blow apart. That's crazy. Crazy. I think you're crazy. I gotta go, brother. Trying to stay awake, but my eyes keep closing. I actually have pneumonia. Sorry, brother. Guile, I hope you feel better, dude. What do I think about the Colt bunt line? I have no idea what that is. Thoughts on Century Arms C308? It's fine. I've sold a few of them. I've never messed with them, though. Celebrate my second year of being a range member in my country. They got me a 45 ACP as a present. Can't wait to go get some ammo for it. Chris, glad to hear it, dude. I'm happy for you. I've also been mistaken a Beretta for a Taurus and vice versa. Well, Dusty, if you want to get pedantic with somebody making fun of you for it, if they say, how come you couldn't tell the difference? Number one, if it's all black and it has the slide frame or slide mounted safety, that's usually a Beretta. If it's frame mounted, that's usually a Taurus. So frame mounted thumb safety is typically going to be Taurus, but if it's on the slide, it's typically going to be a Beretta. But also, all the early Taurus guns were built on Beretta's toolings. So technically, all the original Taurus PT92s are Berettas. Am I a store? Not yet. Thoughts on top or bottom? I'm always on bottom. I have a bad back. Also, it's funny to watch them flopping around trying to get away when you grab their arms, hold them down, and call them the wrong name. What is a fair reselling price? I don't do that. Sorry. Go to your local stores, man. I don't give out values. I can tell you what a new gun costs because we're allowed to as reviewers, but I don't give values and tell you what to sell your gun for. You prefer 40 cal or 45? I prefer whatever the gun I'm currently carrying in. And I don't want that to be a vague statement, and please, I'm not insulting you by saying it that way. I'm a gun enthusiast. I am not an ammo enthusiast. So you have some people that claim to be gun guys, but they'll just talk about the ammunition that they load or buy or what rounds they'll carry, things like that. I carry Hornady Critical Duty Critical Defense. So whatever gun I'm carrying has Hornady in it. So if I can only get a 9mm version of a gun, I'm going to carry Hornady Critical Duty in that gun. So I'm a gun guy. I could care less about your ammunition. If it's only available in 45, then it's going to be 45. It's only available in 40, and yes, there are guns out there like that. I'm going to carry a 40. I just bought an FN Scar for $2,800. I don't know if that's good or not. Yeah, your mom, you thought I was going to fucking get angry at that one, but no, man, we don't make jokes when it comes to sexual position. I've actually had more people tell me their favorite sexual position than they would their social security number working at a car dealership. Do I like Bravo Company? I've got a lot of Bravo Company parts on my guns. I've never owned a full build Bravo Company, but from what I understand, they are very solid guns. When it comes to my AR-15s, I don't buy pre-built, or I don't run pre-built. I've got the DB15 and 5.56 300 Blackout. I've got the combo. I've got the RF15 from Radical with the it's actually the RF47 because it's the AK variant. But like my regular AR15 is a 5.56, but it's a custom build. Costs more than Dude's Scar. So I don't know why I'm saying I don't know if that's a good deal. Depending on where you buy or if you build, it could be a good deal. Yeah, it's so. I like their parts. You bought an entire Geisley upper for my AR for $300. It's a good deal. Around my area, Scar 17 is going for $4,300. Gotcha. Like you said, I don't really mess with long guns too much. I know some of the AR stuff just because I sold a lot of it through stores that I worked at, but like when it comes to long guns like Weatherby's and the Tikas and guns like that, I always have to look that stuff up when somebody asks me, because I don't deal with them very much. What's funny is I'm only about 35 minutes from Maryland. Maryland has the stupidest gun laws. You have to have a heavy barrel, so you can't buy an FN 15, but you can buy a fucking SAW 249 in Maryland. Do I like radiant weapons? Again, never mess with the complete gun. I'm starting to reach out to more people for sponsorships. Gerson sent me the Influencer X 1911 that's up there that just dropped to distributors the other day. I like that gun. I got to do another range trip. I did a range trip where there was a defect with the gun, and I have all that video, but I'm going to go out to the range again to make sure that that defect has been repaired with my fix, which was a nothing fix. And as long as it functions 100%, then I'm going to remake that video. What's better than block in terms of concealment? Anything. I don't care. Dude, it's all about you. The gun does nothing, honestly. When it comes to self-defense and urban carry situations, your training and a reliable manufacturer gun. So to say that the gun doesn't matter is an overstatement. But as long as you are properly trained and you know your carry firearm, any gun can be a good concealed carry gun. I carry a 1911 that I have thousands of rounds through. It's never failed on me. I run good ammunition. I use good mags. I keep it cleaned. I keep it oiled. It runs. That is what I carry. In my opinion, I will take a 1911 over a Glock no matter what you do. If somebody came to me right now and offered me 25% of Glock stock, I would take it because I'm not a dummy. But if somebody offered me a Glock right now, I would do a review, but I would not pay anybody to buy a Glock because I've picked up Glocks at stores when I was working at gun stores for $150, which is to me what they're worth. $150, I'll always recommend a Glock. $500? Fuck no. I have a Radiant ported charge handle. It's great too. I have no gas blowback with my suppressor. That's a good thing to check out. Yeah. So, Lazaro Gonzalez. I started in the gun world, both on YouTube and in guns, very late in life. I sold cars for 20 years. I tried to kill myself, and I was really physically disabled. Couldn't do anything, so I got into guns. My buddy was going to open a gun store. They were waiting for their licenses and stuff. I started training for self-defense. I started training pistol. I started training short range. So my knowledge base is more self-defense in the public training kind of thing, and then I've learned guns so that I can tell people specs and shit like that. It makes me a different kind of gun guy, and then I have no interest in competition shooting. I would do it, but I don't think I'd get addicted to it. I have no interest in extreme precision shooting. I know I can do it. I've done it, but I have no desire to do it. You know what I mean? So, oh yeah, war is fucked up. War and guns are two separate things, my guy. If we didn't have guns, we'd still have wars. Remember before gunpowder, we used to stab each other with, knives, and before that, we beat each other with rocks. Yeah, no. I love you, brother. You are awesome. Well, thank you. Make sure you hit the like. Thoughts on Waco? I was in Waco the year it happened. I was also in Killeen, Texas when the Luby massacre occurred. Am I that guy from Ammunition? No. Picked up a stainless Springfield 1911 new in the box for $350. God damn, that's a good price, dude. Send it on. I'll take it. Never had a gun before, so I'm thinking Glock or Taurus. Just make sure you train with it, my guy. Also, before you make your decision, put them both in your hand. Now, a G2C, G3C will be Glock 19-esque size. Just make sure that you like them, because it's not like a lot of other stuff, so you can't just return it. We should bring rock fights back. I think all wars should be settled with a pie eating contest. I love guns. Nice, Bruno. We should bring rock fights back. Don't get a Taurus. See, that's from a place of ignorance. There are historically some Tauruses that had problems, and yes, they can have quality control problems, but I've got 2,500 rounds through my Taurus G3 Tactical with no failures. Where were you when Selena died? I was alive, but I don't remember. Do I own rifles? Yes, I have rifles. I'm just not a rifle guy. I have rifles because I'm a gun guy, so you have to have rifles. It's kind of like you have to vote to bitch. So I own ARs, AKs, things like that in order to bitch. Thoughts on Ruby Ridge? It was both a massive infringement on rights as well as an overreaction from both parties. So I am not going to say It's hard to really make a statement on Ruby Ridge because I wasn't there and I wasn't inside the house. I do know that, yes, a lot of really fucked up things happened at Ruby Ridge. Um, but there were much better ways to handle it. That's why the ATF needs to be abolished. But how do you deal with actually killing someone? I don't know. I've never had to do it. I hope that if I ever am put in that position, I can make the smartest decision in that moment. But that is just something that you have to decide. Your fight or flight reflex will tell you whether or not you will have the ability to do that. Also, the people in danger or yourself around you. Some people in a situation when people around them are in danger will become very focused and very good and calm and be able to do what needs to be done. I've been in a lot of fights where I get calmer, but when it comes to a gunfight, I have no idea what's going to happen. I might shit myself. I don't know. But I hope that with my training that I can actually defend myself and others. You like it, your G3 more than your Glock. Nice. Home defense shotgun. I go shotgun, then pistol, then AR-15 for backup in case there's more than a couple people. Favorite car color? It's a electric style blue, and I think I found a real world equivalent Stonehaven that I might, if I buy a Mustang next year, I might repaint it in a blue that I'll wind up picking out. Thoughts on SIG or FN? What would be a better choice? SIG is cheaper than FN right now, but if you can get like an FNS, FNX, FNH, I would go with any of those over like a 320, but I would take a 226, 225, 220 over any of the current FNs. You like the Ruby Red Mustangs. Ruby Red Mustangs were nice, but I'm not a big fan of red on cars. I don't know what it is. They have to be the right red. My Ram was just the right red. They called it Calypso Red, but it was a nice dark maroon metallic. Some reds don't look right, but the Ruby Red Mustangs did. They had lime green for the Boss 302s. I'm prior military, and I think that before they send anybody to war, they should make both sides president's duel first. Dude, I'm serious. They should have an eating fucking contest. Whatever the favorite food of that president for that country is, if that president cannot dedicate himself to just eating food to save his country, then the other country should get to write laws for a while. Amazing gun wall. It's going to be. It sucks right now. I need about $8,000 to get all my guns back. What's the handgun with the straightest shot? Whatever the most powerful one you get will have the best ability of shooting long distance. But when you're talking about straightest shot, almost all guns will outshoot the person shooting them. Are the X5 Legions much better than the stock 226? Yes. A 226 Elite, a 226 Legion, 226 X5, those will all outshoot the X5 Legion any day of the week. And in fact, I'm selling my Legion when I get my FFL so that I can get a 320 X5 Steel Legion, and we'll see how that runs. Currently taking the Oh, buddy, if you hadn't started with the douche nozzle statement. Thoughts on body armor? I currently have 3A plates, polyethylene plates in my carrier. If you do that, that's totally up to you, man. I'm not one of those people. I'm not Dakota Myers. I don't believe that people that are wearing vests shouldn't be out training. But I would suggest that you also train how you are walking around every day. If you 50 cent it every day, you wear a vest every day because you're in law enforcement, shit like that, 100%. Someone like me, I'm probably going to buy body armor, but I'm going to keep it with the shit hits the fan setup, and I might practice with it once in a while. I might do something like where I'll have to run to the gear, get it on, and then do some shooting, because unless you're wearing the plate carrier 24/7, it's an unrealistic expectation of engagement. Drones are a pushy way of doing it. 3D printed pistols, have you ever shot them? I shot one, I didn't care for it. A buddy of mine had one, and it felt like shit. The problem with 3D printed pistols, number one, look at the Assassin for New York, 3D printed gun. But also, the filament that you're using in most 3D printers is not reinforced. It's not set up the same way that the manufacturing process is for regular firearms. So when you 3D print a firearm, you're basically 3D printing a failure point for your gun. Yes, the detonation of the cartridge should be contained within the chamber and the breech face, which is why typically when you 3D print a gun, you still need an actual steel slide. Otherwise, it'll go boom after a shot or two. But they're just not worth it, in my opinion. You have a P80 26 with no serial number, but you live in Texas. Guess what? Doesn't matter. You can live anywhere you want and manufacture your own firearm. It doesn't have to have a serial number. Even as an FFL, I can buy your gun with no serial number. If I want to resell that gun, I have to put a serial number on it. But part of USA 2A rights is that you can manufacture firearms for personal use. You just can't create destructive devices, suppressors, or full automatic machine guns for yourself or others. Didn't know that question was inappropriate. Why would you come into the live saying that you're taking a fat shit? I don't care. Nobody needs to know that shit. I'm not Garand Thumb. I'm not Brandon Herrera. I don't make a living doing this. Have you heard me once ask you guys for a single penny? No. I told you I owe a lot of money to get guns out, but I didn't say, hey, can you give me money to get my guns out? I don't do that shit. I'm not one of those channels that does this to make a living. I do this to engage with you guys. So I'm not looking for, shock and awe comments. I'm not looking for bullshit. I just want homies like you that are trying to learn shit or give me information or find out information. Is M855A1 hard to find? I don't know. Hold on. Bum, 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 bum. Nope. Go to War Pig Armory. Paul, go to War Pig Armory. If you just want some right now, Paul, go to War Pig Armory. Sal, at security guard at the mall carrying a Glock. I walked by him and laughed. Pistols? Yeah, that's called a penis. It's illegal to sell the P80. No, you can build. You heard what I said to you, right? In the United States, you can manufacture your own firearm and you can sell it to an FFL. Glory to the CCP. Now, if you're going to sell a P80 to a friend or a private sale, I would scribe a serial number into it, take a picture of it, and record it. But you accept it if somebody gives it to you. Oh, yeah, if somebody wanted to donate to the channel, I'll never say no to that. But I'm not one of those motherfuckers that makes his living doing this shit. I did a 22-hour live stream for $400 fucking dollars. So, glory to the CCP. I didn't realize mall cops. Some of them can. You have a good, strong attitude, and you're very knowledgeable about firearms. I try to be. How can you tell if an AR-15 barrel is good? Manufacturer. Also, you can usually just kind of see if the finish looks bad. It's hard to really tell. But yeah, if you're going to buy an unmarked, unnamed barrel, then I would be questioning that. Best thing we can own underground bunkers, drones with guns and 50 cal. Lol. Usually you have to have a P80 serialized before selling to an FFL for a legal transfer. Bruce, according to my FFL agent, you have to, when I take the gun in, I am required to give it a serial number before it leaves my possession. The only way I can take in that firearm and release that firearm is with the serial number. That's the way it was explained to me. The gun can come in without a serial number, but it cannot leave my possession without a serial number. That's the first place I saw anybody ever order with them. I haven't, but they seem to have a lot of stuff. What do I have on me right now? I have $2, and that's it. If you're talking about handgun, I have a 1911 in front of me. Did you build your X5 Legion? Nope, I bought it already built, but I did add the Armory Crafted dual adjustable trigger, so it has adjustments for both pre and over travel. That's the only modification I made to that. That's my understanding too. Yeah, like I said, that's how the FFL dude, he was a really cool dude, came in and explained it all in plain fucking English, and he just said it can come in without a serial number, but it cannot leave without a serial number. Now, I can record it as coming in and destroy the lower if I want to. But I cannot release it without a serial number. Thanks, guys. Your information is real helpful. Like he even told me not to take one in for repairs of any kind. Feel we're sleeping on drones of a country, dude. I get it, blanks. Drones are drones or drones or drones, man. I don't. It doesn't matter, man. What will your gun store staff be comprised of? It all depends on how I wind up setting up the gun stores. So I have calls I have to make. I have to have conversations with several people. The biggest thing I've been waiting for before pursuing any more funding was getting the actual license in hand, because it would be really fucky of me to get like $50,000 in investment together and then not get the license. So when I physically have the license in hand, I'm going to actively pursue my funding. I have enough to basically start the business. I can order some cases of ammo and shit like that. But if I want to actually buy inventory, I have to find investors. If I'm going to take on a business partner, that's going to be a completely separate thing, because it's super complicated to add to an LLC. Well, it's not super complicated, but it makes the tax responsibilities fucky. Does it have a range? I does not have a range yet. Do you recommend illegally having a gun in the UK? What do you think, my friend? I'm a United States citizen, so I would never even give you any kind of legal advice living in the UK. But when you have to type the word illegally into your question, do you honestly think somebody that's a responsible gun owner that follows all laws, even though they are infringements, is going to recommend that you illegally do something? Come on, my friend. I am in Northern Virginia. That was my next question. What about repairing a P80? He recommends that I not even do it. Because, yes, when you repair a firearm and it stays for less than 24 hours, technically it doesn't have to go into your bound book. But I don't want to take the responsibility of working on somebody else's Polymer 80, because there's also a big chance they fuck something up and I'd have to fix it. You're watching from Pakistan. Hey, Bibi, you doing okay? Okay. That's what I wanted to hear. Hopefully you are having a good day over there in Pakistan, Habibi. Your thoughts? Why do you guys talk so quiet? It's the government. Do you plan on opening your own gun store? Yes. If you've been listening to most of this conversation, I'm just waiting for the actual license to appear. I already have the building. I already have everything set up. I'm just waiting for the license. Can we make laser guns legally? Well, to get a laser that is powerful enough to cause damage to a human being, other than having to hold still and hold it on their eye, you would wind up creating something that is in the kilowatt range. And that would be so expensive that, yeah, I would legalize them, but you're not going to be able to build one at home. In America, a lot of us have been practicing shooting moving things out of the sky for generations, so I say bring on the drone. Dude, we went to the fucking ocean and tried to shoot it for a hurricane. I know. You guys, it's really crazy. Like, I always say Habibi because it gets my voice into that. Habibi, what is this? Why do I have to pay for this? I'm not paying for this. You pay for this. You want me to buy a car? I will buy the car from you. But you must pay me to buy the car. Do I have a Colt 1911? Not right now. Justin, I want to ban you so bad. Just kidding. If you got a home-built Glock clone, there are millions of YouTube vids on how to fix it. Also, if you built it yourself and it doesn't work, it's your own fucking fault. Much like when I was a car mechanic, if you brought me something and told me that you started working on it before you brought it to me, the price tripled. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just making noises. Does a firearm safety check require blacksmith work, or is that a checklist observation thing? So it all depends on what you're asking them to do. If you're trying to like do things like flux a barrel, like looking for cracks and stuff, that would require somebody that's a gunsmith to do. But if you're just doing a safety check, basically that's a full disassembly of the gun, not just a field strip, but like actually removing from the Glock. You take the roll pins out, pull the firing group out, and then you check all the springs and make sure everything is good, not damaged, not jammed up, things like that. It's a little bit, like I'm actually going to be offering like a cleaning service for like $75, where I will completely strip the gun, clean it, re-oil it, re-grease it where, gun grease, gun oil, there's different things, and then function check them. So, not a football fan. Hey, dude, we don't say Habibi. Oh, it's Arabic. We are Asian. I thought Pakistanis were like right in there. But you share that with the people that do. What is the country next to you guys? Isn't that the one that says Habibi? I'm in the United States. I'm sorry. Well, I make the price triple? Because if I have to figure out what you fucked up before you stopped and brought me your problem, it's going to cost you more. If you tried to rebuild something and you fucked it up so bad that it doesn't work at all, and then you bring it to me and ask me to not only figure out what the fuck you did, But if there was a problem with the components in the first place, like computer work, if somebody wants me to build a computer, the price is way different than repairing a computer. So, yeah, if I have to fix your problem before I can fix your problem, then you have an issue. You gonna offer any classes? No, I'm not a. I'm a armorer. I have certificates from Glock, Smith and Wesson, and Springfield for armory classes, but I'm not a gunsmith. Just tell me what's wrong with me. Give me the part number, and send me on the way. Usually, Justin, I can tell you when you're transporting something. It's usually a loose nut behind the wheel. I realize Glock 19s are boring as hell, but it's also the lightest compact on most of the reliable I can carry. It's not the lightest, but it's a very light one. It's a tool for me, and training is the most important. That's the best reason to own one, my friend. The similar size PDP and Canics both weigh less than the Glocks. Also, the SAS-2 from Bull Armory with the same capacity weighs 3 ounces less. You like ported pistol barrels? It doesn't matter to me. Hey, Dr. Fitch. It's the samurai, not the sword. I would pay $75 for a detailed 1911 cleaning. I respect that decision. Thank you. Sounds like an attitude problem. What, with me? Nah. But if you're high, it's an altitude problem. Hello from Germany. What do you think about the Sig Sauer Mosquito? Well, number one, it's not built by Sig Sauer. It's built by German Sports Group, which is not actually Sig Sauer. And they are what we call Jam-O-Matics here in the United States. Don't know if it's something with the difference they have to manufacture them for when they come here. But a GSG Mosquito is probably 64th on my list of guns that I would recommend in 22 long rifle. I would much rather recommend the SIG P322 if you're going to look at one. Number one, fixed barrel, same thing, but it's a lighter gun, has higher capacity, better shooting, optics cut, threaded barrel right out of the box. And here in the United States, Mosquito is $299 or $269, and a 322 base model is about $370. So I'd rather spend $90 for a reliable gun. You have an AR chambered in 308? Nope, but I am going to be picking up a Ruger SFAR. I'm not a big long gun guy, so I don't have a lot of different calibers. I got 45-70, 30-30, 44 Magnum, and 357 long guns, but they're all old school lever guns. What brand was your first 1911? Believe it or not, Rock Island. Rock Island double stack 1911, 9mm. I said their sport is cockfighting. Okay. Hey, I'm unsubscribed. Yeah, but you got a gold star. Oh, Justin, what? I never even noticed. Did you get your gold? Oh, fuck. Justin isn't even a member anymore. That's sus. You kind of selfish with the attitude. Oh, am I? Well, I'm taking my ball and going home then. Hope everyone is doing well. Hey, Air Max, after you get your FFL and you buy a gun, can you do your own paperwork, or would you have to take it elsewhere? No, you can do your own paperwork as an FFL. There's a lot of home-based FFLs and sole proprietors. So, yes, you are allowed to run your own background check. And since I won't have any employees, but I'd be using my FFL for the transfer, I have to do it myself. Is that the new Ruger Magpul Glock clone? Fuck you, Snuka. Asshole. I can't get my hands on one yet. Let me see if they're even showing. Yes, I have distributor logins. RMX. Ruger Magpul. It's not even showing on RSR yet. Nope, there it is. 0 units, new. 0 units, new. So nobody is showing one, they're not showing in stock, and then they're almost the same price. They're MSRP'd at $500. They're the same fucking price as a Glock. They just happen to be optics cut. I'm real busy. What's your opinion? Do I like the HKVP9? Yes. What's your opinion on Glock 40s chambered in 10mm? I've had 2 of them. They're fine. Am I going to get an SOT? Yes, I am. Fuck them. I send you money my own way. No gold. Don't want it. Yep. When you just make sure that you always remind me if I start doing any member giveaways, you have to remind me that you're in it. I'd do it for Roy, but he gets to match what I currently make. What, to come work for me? No. Yes, Drunk Mouse. It's called the Ruger Magpul RMX. Yeah, $400. Okay, so it's slightly less than a Glock, but more than than a dagger. What do you think of the Glock 41? I don't. What do you think about those guns? They shoot the pepper balls, the Byrnas and whatnot. They're fine, but they're expensive. $360 is a little too expensive in my opinion. If they sold them for $199, they'd sell more, so they'd amateurize. That's a real word. Amateurize the cost of manufacturing over the volume that they sell, and in the long run, they'd make more money. But they just don't want to. Ohio, if you have your CCW, you don't have to do a background thing. You just have to fill the paperwork. Yes, you just fill out a 4473 because your state does not require you to do a standard background check. The 4473 is then stored on the premises. In case that gun is used in any sort of crime, they can do what is called an FFL trace, and it's stored in the FFL's database. I've built daggers for cheaper. That's what I said. Daggers are cheaper. I said it's slightly less than a Glock. Not a dagger, or I meant to, sorry. What do I think about 44 Magnum? They're fun, but they're outdated. I never ditched my bump stock when they banned them. It's still attached to a rifle? Thoughts? Go to your local ATF office and tell them that. I mean, they're fine now. Go ahead. You can have them. I don't give a shit. Personal freedom, dude. 2A. Dude, if you held on to it, that's your own thing. Great. Good for you. If you held on to your brace during the brace ban, cool. Great. Awesome. I don't give a shit. When you push back against laws that are unethical in a way that is nonviolent and not going to harm anybody, that's a protest. If you tell me that you took that bump stock down to your local police station and shot the place up because you were angry, that's violent defiance. That's shit I don't like. What's the Bull armor you recommended again, and is it under 2K? Unfortunately, it's not Air Max. The Bull SAS2 is like $2,400, the same price as a Staccato, but it shoots better. Too many wrenches, not enough wrenches. Wrenches is usually in here. Wrenches is actually somebody I know personally. I actually sold his wife a Chiappa Rhino. Well, that's a lie. I didn't sell him the Rhino. I just didn't stop his mom. I didn't stop him from buying it for his wife. Brother, when I get back there and you have your FFL, I'm buying a pistol. All right, Guile. Do you do any hunting? Dr. Fitch, what did Dr. Fitch say? I do apologize. Don't always get to catch an actual live, so I'm going through your last lives. Really enjoy listening. Yeah, sorry, man. Some of them a little wonky. I do apologize. I figured I'd switch to a webcam, but we're phone gang for life. Arbitrary and antiquated laws, you say. Some of them are. Thoughts on the HK VP9? It's a 9mm with the typically 4-inch barrel. It runs and drives. It runs and shoots fine. I've got the VP9 standard, but I've also got the HK parts competition match weight on it. Has a somewhat decent video on the new Ruger. Yep, I've seen it. What kind of pistol? That long barrel. The pistol above the shotgun is the Palmetto State Rock 5.7. I refuse to give back my TSO as a protest. To me? You're protesting me? You gave it to fucking McManus, man. You guys are like circumventing me with the fun. Let me see that beauty. Sorry, nope. Why do people ask if they can have a G19? Because they are 14 years old and they've seen it on somebody else's live. I have a few buds telling me a 6.5 is a sweet deer hunting gun, but I've never sent one down range with one. Are they good? They maintain velocity better than a lot of other rounds of similar caliber, but in terms of stopping power, I don't know. I've never been hunting with one. That RXM looks nice. Hope it's a good pistol. It's a Glock clone, man. It's a Glock clone. Yeah, I got to stop talking about it. It angers me, dude. It's a fucking Glock clone and it's $400. I'd rather spend $400 on dinner so I can shit it out later. I recently picked up a Taurus G2C with the ported barrel and keep tinkering trigger. Nice. What mod gets the TSO next? I have no idea. They won't give it back to me. On live streams, this guy, no, you cannot hold a firearm. Somebody did that back in 2019 and decided to dome themselves on a live. So, no, if you pick up a gun on a live stream, it will be canceled quicker than, well, me when I wear fake titties. Actually, you guys love that, which is fucking more disturbing than anything. I wore fake titties and a bikini top, and you guys fucking went over the moon. So, do I have to do that? Do I have to do the stupid shit? I'm willing to earn money. But is that what I got to do? I've got the corset, but I don't have the titties anymore. I appreciate your insight, man. Very informative. No problem, Booger Sugar. I don't know, Roy. You want it? Fuck you. Do you do any pistol hunting? And if so, what would you recommend as a good whitetail pistol? I don't do any pistol hunting, but I would probably say something like a big framed revolver would probably be a good choice. If I screw and set screw and trigger for staccato, is there any risk that it can break the trigger? I saw someone, some FUD video or someone wanted to ask why. So that's why I would do it in short increments. Keep setting it back. You might find a spot you really like it before you get it set all the way back. The way I was telling you was to get it to a hair over travel, which means it won't have any over travel. But I would say just turn it a full turn, try the trigger, see if you like it. Turn it a little bit, try the trigger, see if you like it. Turn it a little bit, see if you like it. You'll find a point that you like both the trigger pull and the over travel. Now, there are ways to tune the weight and stuff, but you got to take the back strap off. Always 1911, never choose a Glock. We may enjoy it more without the fake tits. No, because it's not an expensive corset, so it needs the tits to look like a corset. Maybe my first purchase from you when you get your FFL might be a G3 Tactical or a 1911. I'll hook you up when you get back, dude. I want to see the red corset. What does showing you the corset mean? Yeah, hold on. Nothing if not agreeable. Plus it allows me to stand up. I'm not sure where the top is. There you go. It's even got garter belts. So yeah. So I bought an entire auction full of clothing and it was in there. Can't find the skirt for some reason. Can you hook me up? Nope. Sorry. I can hook you up when my FFL's going, Chris, though. I'm going to keep trying. It feels like screw won't go any deeper, though, but it's got a lot better than before I took it to the range. Yeah, you could run into a point where it's too far into the trigger and it's just stopping. Name of your business, Kimchi and Caltex. That would be a funny thing. Dude, I'm not putting it on. You guys haven't paid me. I don't do stupid shit without payment. You want me to eat something stupid, like spicy, whatever, you pay me. You want me to wear something stupid, you pay me. My boss bought me a stainless Colt 1911 for Christmas. I'm going to try and take my first whitetail with a pistol with it. First round shot through it. Oh, dude. Aim well. Thanks, buddy, for the advice. You are a wealth of knowledge. You're welcome. I like submachine guns. Never shot one. You just do stupid shit for free. I do a lot of stupid shit for free, but if you want me to wear a corset on a live stream, you fuckers pay for that. Hammer still falls, not going any deeper. Okay, so that means it's not a super long set screw. There may be a possibility that you might, they might have cut it when they set it in there to make it so it couldn't go back for too far. Are they real? Yes. How much? To wear the corset for an entire live stream? $400. My neighbor has this cat. What's the tool for the job? You know what I mean. It's called calling animal services. If you attack a living animal that doesn't serve a purpose such as food, if you shoot your neighbor's dog or your cat, you deserve to go to jail. Shooting an animal because you don't like it is different from shooting an animal for sustenance or to cull a population. What's happening? Not much. What's your favorite brand in 1911? Honestly, Nighthawk, but in terms of obtainable ones that I've carried a lot, Para Ordnance, Springfield are my two biggest one. Y'all are weird as fuck. Yeah, so just so you guys know, $400 is not a lot. You see the Glock tattoo on my arm? You guys paid me $3,300 to put a Glock tattoo on my arm. So I'm I'm not asking too much. Remind me not to mess with this guy. Dude, especially if you get shot dead by a 6'4" half Asian guy wearing a corset. Best concealed carry pistol. Whatever you can competently carry and conceal and shoot with, my guy. You got to see what fits best in your hand. I can't tell you what's going to work. What if a dog is running at you with teeth showing? Would you shoot it? If it was aggressively trying to attack me and I had no other choice and the gun was out, probably. But if you're in the same yard as an attacking dog that's, most yards are what, 30 feet across? If I can't get the gun out, I'll take the bite. Paid for canned fish and you didn't eat it. Because, it has to be through Cash App. If you donate through YouTube, I don't do anything stupid. You paid for canned fish. And I have the canned fish. You also agreed to eat it with me. So when you come for your fucking guitar, you're eating Surströmmen. Chat, is this real? What, like the fake tits and stuff? Yes, 100%. I've done it. I did an entire stream wearing fake tits and a bikini. What was I looking up? Hell yeah. Would you rather eat a tub full of... No. No, I'm not playing that game, Spotted. Do you think the gun police found was in the picture from the CEO thing, or do you like talking about things like that? It's an interesting topic, but yeah, so the gun that was found was a home-built 3D printed gun, and his suppressor was more than likely homemade, and it more than likely didn't have a spring or a Nielsen device in it, so... You forgot about it, you're not coming up anymore. Cool! I get to keep the guitar and the Walther. What is the gun in the case above the gun safe? That is a non-firing replica of a Winchester model 1886. My dad doesn't often go hunting for deer. My question is, what gun would you go hunting for deer? I have no idea, man. If one of the other guys here in the chat can answer, what do you recommend just for a straight up just new deer hunter? What would you do in a hostage situation in your house, or like what gun would you use? It's not a real question, man. If somebody breaks into my house, why am I the one that has to free a hostage? You have competition for streaming marathons. Oh, I'm never doing that shit again, dude. 22 hours for $400? Hell with that shit. I can go work at Sheetz. The hot paste eating stream was really good too. I'll do more than that. No, some of the questions are hard for me to answer because there's situations that there's questions that could be realistic. Like if I'm out getting gas and somebody runs up on me at a gas pump, would I shoot then if I know there's a gas pump behind them? Yes. What would I do if I'm walking into a store and a dude has a gun drawn on the cashier? Would I pull my gun? Yes. But a hostage situation in my own house when the dude breaks into my house, number one, the only thing he would take hostage would be cats or dogs or a mouse. So I'm not concerned. I'll save the life of an animal, but I'm not going to sacrifice mine for the life of an animal. No offense. Oldest gun I have is a 1907, 1903 pocket hammerless. See ya, Chad. Yeah, supposedly what people tell you, because it's an old round, is 30-30 has taken more deer than any other rifle round, blah, blah, blah. I recommend 12-gauge Remington 870 with double-aught buckshot. Full disclosure, I've never been hunting. Oh, if we're going to do wrong answers only, I recommend a 959 JD Mac. Shoots a 95 caliber round, nearly an inch. What's the most comfortable gun you own? 1911s, in my opinion, are the most comfortable. They have the most natural grip angle. They feel the best in the hand. They're thin. They're the same width as a Glock 48, so they're very comfortable in the hand. You got to save the mouse lives. No, fuck that, dude. I'm trying to get this one to like me a little bit more, so I take all the stuff out of the cage and I try to entice it with food. Hopefully this one won't die in 2 days. If you went clay shooting, would you pick a 12 gauge or 28 gauge? No idea. I've never been. I went clay shooting one time with a bunch of my buddies. I shot 2 clays, never shot another one. Serious answer, 270 for a new hunter. There you go. Like I said, when somebody asks a long gun question and you guys answer, I can't really override you unless you do something stupid like, oh yeah, take 22 45 sharps. You guys are so good with all these likes. I really appreciate that one. Also, if we're gonna do a live stream where I wear a stupid ass corset, um, you guys are gonna have to pay for that. So I'll put my Cash App in the pinned comment now. So Cash App for corset stream. There you go. Oh, nice. You got a new fish tank mouse. Oh, did you guys? Yeah, you guys saw it. Do you own a 9 mil? Do we get a dance as well? Dances are extra. You're just paying my flat rate for me to enter the building. 500. I'll wear the skirt. Do you like Canic pistols? Yes, I do like Canics. Dude, I'm half white, half Asian with degenerative nerve damage and no feet, so it's gonna be a really awkward fucking dance. Well, there was a dude earlier on today that was sitting with pancakes on his head making weird noises, so at least I'm not doing that one. Do I like 6 hour pistols? Yes, I like 6 hour pistols. SIGs in general, I like. When it comes to the 320 line, I only like the Legion or better. And when it comes to the steel frame guns, I like the 226 Elite, 226X5. I like the 220 Legion. I like the 225 if you want a single stack. So, did you get another pet mouse? I caught another mouse in my house. So, and I have 4 traps out and I've only caught one. So I think they're coming in from outside. Does a car still make pistols? Yes. They make pistols. I don't call them good. If you get the metal frame pistols, you're better off, but their polymer frame pistols have no metal inserts for guide rod or guide rails. So you're literally running a slide on plastic. Don't have a favorite rifle. What's your favorite Glock? Don't have a Glock that I would ever say is anything. I'll ban you. You asked me what my favorite Glock is again. You're being reported. Thank you. Make sure you get my good side and tell everybody I'm a philanthropist that loves whores. Oh, well, that's different. Be careful. I've been observing it. It's clean. It's got clean hands. No, the eyes aren't super runny. There's no discharge from the nose, and the mouse butt is clean. So I feel confident the mouse is fine. No crook in the tail. No weird twitching. So the comment disappeared because it was removed. You are insane. Thank you. I'm actually inside. A lot of the same letters. Actually ends and starts with the same, and the I and S is the same. But you misspelled inside by a little bit. Do I like 50 cal Beagles? Yes. Do I like Deagles? Yes. Do I have 9mm tracers? No, I don't. I've been waiting for a SIG 225, but it's the coolest gun that I don't need. Yeah, it's cool, but a 226 does everything a 225 will. It's good. Make sure the mouse has no mouth foaming. The only foaming it had was when I was feeding it whipped cream. Have I shot a 338 yet? Once. Do you have an RPG? Inside but insane. Nah. They say insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. They say insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. They say insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Now, see, if I thought that sentence was going to end differently, that would be insane. What do you think of the SIG 226 versus 1911? Very different platforms, in my opinion. Double action, single action versus single action. Yes, you can get a 226 in single action, but you have to upgrade for it. I think the 1911 with the thinner profile is a better shooter. Also, 226 is not available in 45, so you got to go with the 220. The 220 is still not as good as a 1911 because of the trigger bar system that it uses. Yeah, keep typing it. It'll get there. Would you prefer the best target shooting gun is? What would I say is the best target shooting gun? Whatever you train with. Almost all guns will outshoot you unless you're a professional shooter. Some people ignorance comments and I don't like weapons, but it looks cool. Thank you, sir. There's a roach on your shirt. Where? I love me some roachies. Would you kill? I think you would. In defense of myself and others around me, yes, I would definitely kill you. If you came at me in a way that put my life at risk, yes, I will end you before I let you end me. Can I get a new barrel for an M1 Garand? Yes, there are plenty of companies. Look at Legacy Shooting Sports and Classic Firearms. They're the ones that can get them for you. Do I shoot steel or paper? When I go to the gun club, I shoot paper. Whenever I did use Middletown, I shot steel, and I may start going back there. Would I ever buy a gun from Walmart, considering they only sell long guns now? No. You have 3 1911s. I have 16 1911s. F around and find out. Well, as long as you don't attack me, Darren, then you're fine. Do you think an attack dog would be a good investment if you can't own a gun? I don't believe in breeding a dog to specifically be an attack dog. A defensive animal is different from an attack dog. A dog that's trained only to go after people and not to defend, like there's dogs that are trained to protect family members and things like that. That's almost a service style defense animal. Attack dog, it could be like when people call ARs assault rifles. Maybe you're just using the terminology wrong, but no. I would not trust my life to another animal, to a dog. Sorry. I know there are some out there that are extremely reliable and will lay down their lives for you, but I still don't want to trust my life to another animal. Yes, I have shot a Smith & Wesson 500. Is that a shotgun? Yes. Keltec KS7. Viability of cap and ball. As long as you can run it. Black powder and cap and ball are not regulated by the United States. Favorite 1911 you own? Probably currently my Springfield Operator. Fryer trucks look like they would suck to get run over by. I wouldn't know. Never been hit. You like it? It looks good. Thank you. What's your favorite gun brand? Cheese. Slow down on the questions, man. Nighthawk Customs. Would I shoot you if you entered my property by mistake? No. So, I get where you're coming from with your questions. I don't know if you're trying to be slightly facetious with the way you're doing it, but I have my entire time being a gun owner and working at gun stores and doing things with firearms, I have trained for personal self-protection, not protection of others. I'm not an agent. I'm not a fucking hitman. I'm not any of that stuff. But I've trained and I've practiced and I've worked in situations where idiots come in and do stupid shit. So, no, I'd hope that most people that actually own a firearm, and I expound on this every time anybody asks this question, I hope they train with what they're carrying and they train for situations. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but if you break into my house, you have to break into my house. You can't just walk into my house by accident. My doors are always locked. So if you get into my house by accident, it's because you broke in. I'm going to hold your ass at gunpoint until we figure the situation out. And if it is an honest mistake, oh well, then you're going to get a police report so I can get my insurance for my window or door you broke. But no, I'm not just going to go blasting because I hear a noise. That's fucking stupid ass behavior, and it's a very ignorant point of view if you're actually taking that point of view. If you believe that all gun owners would do that, you have an extremely ignorant view on firearms. And again, I'm not saying you do, Darren. But I'm saying if you're trying to get there in the questions that you're asking, or if you believe that gun ownership is like that, then you have unfortunate. Again, I'm not saying you are. I'm not trying to be PC either. I don't give a fuck what your next statement is. But if you believe that, it's because you watch too much shit on the news and media and shit, because sensationalism makes things bad. Just asking questions to your reactions, you are like me. All right, Darren. Like I said, that's why I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but I will be a dick if the occasion asks for it. You used a fancy word. Give me a minute. Give me a penny. You've been told to watch out. Just passing that along. Oh yeah. He might be trying to get a response he could report you for. There are no responses that, like, somebody can try to report me, but I actually have a shorts partner, and since he's appearing in shorts, a report is not going to do what you think it will anymore, because I've had to get one because lives get reported more than anything else. Lives and shorts get reported more than anything else. That's why you're seeing so many of these dudes that do vertical lives getting their shit shut down. So you're a security guard. I was, but I was never an armed security guard. No. I love you, dude. See your reactions. Do I have a 5.56? Yes. Stone, as somebody who worked in the subway, Holiday, and the 5s and 20s are the most common fakes. Have you shot a Beretta M9? Yes. Do you have any Deagles? No, I sold mine, Luke. I had one. It was a stainless one that a guy had traded in. I paid $700 for it. It ran fine. Took it to the range a few times. There's some shorts on the channel. If you look up by popularity, there's one where I compare it to a suppressed 9mm, and the problem is all my buddies would shoot the gun, and none of them ever bought me a single round for the gun. And during COVID, 50 AE was $4 a round, so a full mag was $30, and these motherfuckers started mag dumping the Deagle, and so I sold it. Ha, Darren. That's a funny Bewitched. Do you have a 20 gauge shotgun? No, actually I don't. I used to have a Sega 20, but I got rid of it. The FN 509 Tactical, good gun for big hands. It can be. I don't like their quality versus price. They're too expensive. Gun is a non-firing replica of a 1886. Yeah, a guy brought it in. He had it Cerakoted brown, and then the Cerakote was removed. It still looked okay, but like all the controls were Cerakoted white still, so the gun needed to be refinished. And I was going to get it refinished, but I wanted to shoot it a few times first. And then, like I said, we never did it. I sold it for like $1,500. Do I like the SIG 1911? Yeah, they're fine. The external extractor always throws me a little bit, but then I calm down and realize it's still a 1911 at heart. Not even close to the garbage. What do I think of the Kel-Tec Sub 2K? The Sub 2K is now officially outdated. You have guns like the Smith & Wesson FPC and even the original Ruger PCC are much better options because they don't have reciprocating bolts. Is bottom left a CZ10? No. Currently no CZs on that wall. The gun in the case is a non-firing replica of a Winchester 1886 lever action. No, I have no submachine guns. Ow, that was my knuckle. More of a pistol guy, Cheese. Do you like Ruger Security 9 for the price? It's fine. It's a shrouded-ish hammer fired 9mm with the decent capacity. The recoil impulse isn't that great, but it's very reliable from what I hear. Do you know if you buy a high point, you get a free club? Lol. How do I start my own gun process in California? I don't know. You should go to Google, not YouTube. Actually, you can Google it. Type it up in the search bar, man. They'll probably tell you. Do I ever go hunting, or is it just shooting? No, I don't go hunting. I have physical disabilities that prevent me from hunting, as well as this big physical disability, and that I can't shut this fucking thing up. And I would at some point go shooting with my buddy SFR out in Wyoming. He invited me to go elk hunting, but I think second day he would kick me off his land. Just picked up a thermal, nice. Don't even think about it. It's a Gen 3 Glock clone for $500. Pass. Warlock, just go to your local gun store. Yep. What do you think about the new Ruger? Don't care. Ask again, you get banned. What's your opinion on them? Never really mess with thermals, my guy. Somebody in here might answer if they've ever seen it. It's a helicopter flying around my house right now. Well, do like Floridians do when there's a hurricane. Go out and shoot it. I'm sure they like that. Also, go for the rear rotor, because in GTA, that always brings it down. Do I like the CZ Checkmate? I've only manipulated an actual Checkmate once. It was a pretty impressive gun, but not for that much money. No, that is not a Desert Eagle in the middle behind me. That actually made me sad reading that comment. Made me so sad that I actually want you to go away. Is a pistol suppressor worth it? No. The short answer, suppressors are not worth it. The only real use for suppressors in terms of should I go and buy some, hog hunting, long range shooting, it's also used for flash suppression, location suppression, things like that. But honestly, suppressors are useless to 90% of Americans. The only reason why they're so popularized or put up on a pedestal is because they're a controlled item. All right, stupid fucking questions get bans. That's why 50 is banned in California. Okay. Do I like 22 long rifle? Cheese. I'm gonna start ignoring some of these questions, man. You're just asking me everything, dude, and I'm done answering these questions, man. I'm not gonna ban you, but just stop. Good starter job for a 19-year-old gun enthusiast wanting to get more into firearms. Well, you can't work at a gun. I don't know. You maybe can work at a gun store, but I can't really recommend you anything because I didn't start winning guns until I was 37 years old. I live walking distance from an LAPD police station with the helicopter. Dude, you are the GTA man. What's the second gun down on my right? That is a Ramline Syntec. Suppressors are almost like 22 pistols. They're just fun to play with. Pretty much. Send all guns to Canada. No. Have I been to SHOT Show before? I have not. My friend has with his father's store. I'm going in 2025. Uh-oh. You're going to go outside when there's a helicopter flying low in your neighborhood. You are GTA. Are plus P rounds tough on auto pistols? Many pistols are designed to run them, so that's a vague question. What's your favorite flashlight for a pistol? TLR 7, TLR 1, they're a reasonable price, and then you can step up to like Surefire. Are Canadian government sending their guns to the Ukraine? I'm sure some of them are. And some of them have been bought up and sent out of the country. I know there's a lot of places that are bringing them into the U.S. You should make a video about SHOT Show when you go. I'll make some shorts. I'm not going to make a full-length video. I'm too disabled to actually set up and make real videos at an event like that. Do you like Nirvana? Yeah, but I've been waiting for their new album forever. I'm also going to SHOT Show in 2025. So far, maybe. I don't know. There's an orange that keeps passing around that fucking hasn't made its way back to me. How did you go about learning what you know about guns? Both through hands-on experience at ranges and stuff, and a lot of information hunting. I have a... And I know everybody's about to type, me too, me too, me too. I have a, not an eidetic, not a photographic memory, but I don't forget shit that I read for the most part. And I can usually recall almost anything that I read. So just reading stuff leads me into remembering it. I honestly feel like I would rather have a light than a red dot. That makes no sense to me. Did you grow up with guns? Nope. Didn't start shooting until I was 37 years old. What's the difference between the SIG Custom Works P320 trigger and the stock 320 trigger? The Custom Works trigger has a different spring, has a different bar, has a different face. It's basically completely different. It's lighter. I think it's like 50% shorter stroke on the pull. I don't need guns, but you got two finger guns. Good Reddit is best. No need to use a scope. Night dude, I got school. All right, Caleb, what's your thoughts on the NRA? NRA is a bunch of fucking losers. They lost my respect when they started selling guns. First gun I ever shot was an AR-15 when I was 7. Had help. There you go. Give me the give me a Taurus and an aim point red dot. You'd spend the money on an aim point to put on a Taurus? You'd put a $600 aim point on a Taurus? You're weird, but I approve. Hit the likes, guys. Got to show Google that 2A is fine. Oh no, Timu wants my information. So make sure if you haven't and you're hanging in here, to be fair, you are weird. Yeah. Well, I've put 4 or 5. I actually put a SRO and a Osprey 9 on a high point yeet cannon, so that was funny. Do cops use Glock 9? Some of them. You got to knock off airsoft ACOG. Yeah, a lot of people unfortunately do. You pray aim point send me an acro. I don't know if they're going to replace it or just rebuild it, dude. That would be cool if they sent you the P2, though. Well, nobody wants a corset stream. Tired and get ready for work in 5 hours. I'll lead you playing for the algorithms. Appreciate it. I'm done in a half an hour, anyways. Are you dedicated to your? You are dedicated to your craft. I respect it. Thank you. Biggest gun you shot? Barrett M82A1. You never know, dude. They're looking for a missing person. Gotcha. My EDC is a Gen 3 Glock 19 complete stock and never had a jam yet. Well over 1,000 rounds through it. Yeah, and you probably won't. Those guns will run. The Parrot, it starts with the same basic gun, and then it's got the grips and I think a couple other differences, but I'd still just rather have a straight up orange. Asked them nicely in the letter. They got the dead acro today and said it would be in 3 and 4 weeks. Yeah, it all depends on whether or not they have the parts for the original acro still. Do I just show up at the range and ask? No. Ranges require, now some ranges require you go to like a main facility. Like if the gun store owns a range, you usually have to go to their website and set up and reserve time. There are some ranges that are like destination style ranges where it's kind of like Top Golf, so they have like indoor ranges and a seating area and a bar and shit. We have that, not a bar, but like a refreshment station. We have one of those out here in Chantilly. But no, you should talk to your local gun store and get information for ranges. Don't just show up to a range. 4 hours later, they said my RMA is complete and sent me a UPS tracking number. Nice. I've ran an Airsoft ACOG and Red Dot for 3 years, no adjustments. That's, I mean, if it works for you, dude, I wouldn't trust my life to it, so. What do you think about EDCing at 22? If it's all you got, do it. It's better than a stick. Do I think 5.7 is shit for self-defense? No, it's a gun. It's a round. It's an actual pistol round. The things you have to keep in mind with trying to use a 5.7 is your chance of over-penetration is extremely high. Your chances of hitting a vital organ drop the smaller the round is. So you have to be more accurate. And the permanent wound cavity caused by a 22, usually the cheaper 5.7, which is what a lot of people will carry, even their soft points, they don't really open up like a 9mm does because they're still such a small round. So they're just not a very viable option in my opinion. Do you have an EOTech? Yes, but I don't use it because I don't like the fuzziness of it. I was just about to say you have a bar at your range. Yeah, it's a juice bar. It's a cleansing juice bar. You can drink a kale smoothie and then shoot a 50 cal. Do you think a 22 will stop a threat? Absolutely. Shot placement. You just got to make sure you put all your rounds on target, and you can do a lot with the 22. Find a fun club or someone there has time and willing to help you. Yep. Matt, go buy one then. 22 definitely lethal. It can go through a car door. Yeah, exactly. What is an ACOG? ACOG is an optic. It's made famous by video games and war movies. It uses a fiber optic rod that kind of rotates across the top of it, and it draws lights in as well as has tritium for lighting the reticle inside. But it's got a really shit eye relief, and they're very expensive. Nice setup in the background. Thank you. Thank you, Ian. Yeah, so let's see. There's a range about an hour and a half away called Oak Tree. I think they have a restaurant with food and drinks. Yeah, so there's one. The one in Chantilly is about an hour from me. Everything's an hour from me, and they have indoor shooting range with a second level viewing, so you can actually watch them shooting. It's all bullet resistant glass. It's kind of cool, but it's expensive as fuck. I'm a member of a gun club for $30 a year, and when I was using Middletown Firearms Range, I was using it for free because I was plugging them in the videos. I need to talk to him about doing it again. Yeah, ACOG is a 4-time. It's a fixed 4-power, so you can't adjust it. You can, it has kind of like binoculars do for focus, but it doesn't have distance. No, I don't have a Glock 23. I have taste. Your tattoos look cool. Thank you. Would you get a Sig X macro? I had the fuse and I sold it. Small guns do nothing for me. And guns that are easily replaceable, new guns, do nothing for me. It's kind of nice. Yeah, Oak Tree is super pricey and way too far away. Yep. What is your favorite gun? 1911 Platform is my favorite gun. I keep trying to bite my fingers. My gun club is more than that a month. Yeah, a lot of them are, but so it's not a gun club, it's a rod and gun club. So it's kind of like it's country bumpkin folk that bought land a long time ago. They do a lot of like turkey giveaways. They have meetings there, shit like that. So it's not a gun range, gun range. Um, I've been a member there since 2017. I've been there every year, multiple times. In all the time I've been there, I've only spoken to one other shooter, and it was a cop. And then been there one time when they were having shooting on the archery range and long range, which was down a little bit ways. And then the very last time I met somebody out there was a dude who came in, shot 5 rounds to sight in his hunting rifle, and left. Indoor range membership is highway robbery. It's $5.95 a year. Yeah, but when you break that down, what is that? Like $50 a month? Less than $50 a month? I mean, for some people, that's worth it. Compact 22 struggles with standard velocity. What's a good high velocity to cycle with? CCI Stingers or CCI VMAX? I heard something somewhere about a Glock chambered in 380 or 38. You know anything about it? The 380 is the Glock 25 or the Glock 42. There isn't one in 38 that I know of. You can ask me all you want. I don't like Glocks, so I'm not answering Glock questions. Did you get any new guns? Not yet. I've got 28 I need to pick up from pawn. So I'm trying to earn $8,000. So for $400, I'm going to wear this stupid thing on the next stream. Hello, Desmond. It's like $35 a month. I have it just for convenience. It's all right, but Wyoming. The range membership was $100 a year, and it was amazing. Nice. Favorite Glock, a broken one. I live in Hawaii, and I am not Mark Zuckerberg. Show TR15. Because Glocks are boring, man. I have taste. What do you think of 38 Super? I'm buying an STI Grandmaster in it. It's an interesting round. A lot of people don't realize how old that round is. It's been around since 1929. It's actually a pretty good round. Like I said, I'm buying an STI Grandmaster in it. Did you know the new Ruger RMX has a 1911 angle grip? Yes, because it basically copies Polymer 80. Favorite 1911 that I own, probably my Para-Ordnance Black Op or my Springfield Operator or my Mitchell Mauser Gold Series. Favorite one that I want to own is a Nighthawk one. They are easy to pull out and shoot. That's the same with every gun, my man. Do I use jack glasses? I masturbate in VR. Is that the same thing? You have the 1911. It's slim. Yes, a 1911. If you want to know how slim a 1911, but you're too afraid to actually pick up a 1911, go put your hand on a Glock 48. They're the same width. Been seriously considering getting a platypus. I've been talking about it for a year, and I kept putting it off because it's a 24 weight week for the gun. I could have had it like 3 months ago if I just bit the bullet and bought it. But I also keep buying other guns. Staccato trigger, set screw, and compared trigger to Wilson and my Glock 17. Jesus Christ. Hello, Frank. You can tuck in your pants and pull out and shoot. You can do that with anything, Greek. Imagine guns didn't exist. I can't decide whether that would be good or bad. There would be something else. It would all be knives. We'd be knife tubers. The Glock trigger is such trash. The Wilson is amazing. Oh, you can't compare those two, dude. Yeah, I agree. No, it's not. Greek, you don't play with guns as much as you think you do. If you think a Glock is easier to hide, they're wider than a 1911. They're wider than a Ruger fucking EC9. They're wider than a Canik MC9, a SIG 365. Glocks are ridiculous. If you can hide a Glock, you can hide anything and hide it better. You have a dearth of knowledge when it comes to firearms, and all you're doing is showing it. You're also probably a child, and that's why you're typing in an argumentative tone. So you're going to go away when you're actually of age and you can actually, sexually please somebody. Come back. I did compare them last night. Haha. Last time I shot my Glock 17. Nice. Do I know Pistol Pete? I have heard of him. Would today be insanely different without the creation of guns? The world today would not be insanely different because there is no way this world would have been created without guns. Just like when people say if there had been no religion, the world would be different. No, it wouldn't, because you're engaging in something that is absurdism. You're creating situations that can't possibly exist within reason of what we know to be our existence today. Yes, if you subscribe to the multi-world theory, the multiverse, whatever you want to call it, sure, there has to be some place where there are no guns. But there's still violence. Guns are not the only way we hurt each other. Sometimes we hurt each other with words. Most reliable pistol in the world? No such thing. I don't understand the point of your channel. Sorry. Saying the world would be different without guns is implying people wouldn't find another way. Exactly. You take away somebody's ability to do something, they're still going to figure out how to fucking do it. Why do you think people kill each other in jail? Why do you think people can hurt each other in captivity? Why do you think people that live in countries with no guns still manage to kill each other? If that was the case, there would literally be no murders in Great Britain, ever. Because supposedly then there would be 6,000 guns in the country and they would all be carried by law enforcement. No, I haven't seen a video of, like, a modern video of a railgun. I've seen all the, like, concept videos. Super old Rome revolver that has a snap pin in the handle and I can't find the part. The Romes, I believe, also might share with a Burgo, B-U-R-G-O. Look them up. Also go to Numeric. Point of channel. Well, the live streams, Rick, are just for chatting. If you want to talk about guns, you want to talk about food, you want to talk about tech, you want to talk about cars, that's fine. The full channel, if you actually go through it, it's very obviously about firearms, both reviews and chats. What's better, 10 millimeter or 45 ACP? Whatever you're more comfortable with and proficient with. I don't play the is this round better game. Whatever you shoot comfortably is the better round. It's just like when people tell you not to carry a 22 because you can't get the job done. Fuck you. A fucking marble and a slingshot will get the job done. So it's all about the proficiency of the person using it. Is this a gun channel? 90% of it is guns. Yes, I have talked about other things. I have over 2,000 videos on the channel. A lot of the original stuff was cars and video games. But in the last 4 or 5 years, it has transitioned into a firearms channel. Am I doing any holiday season live streams? Yeah, nothing's stopping me from live streaming during the holidays. B-U-R-G-O. I believe those guns shared a lot of parts with Rome. A cop told me more people are killed by fists than any other weapons. More people are killed by drunk drivers, alcoholisms, and cigarettes. Alcoholics and cigarettes than by guns. Bro, answer the questions and stop trying to be tough. They're asking for the reason. What the fuck are you talking about? Which person are you talking about? Don't fucking come onto my channel and try to tell me how to run my fucking channel. Swipe away. Or get fucked. Whichever one you'd rather do. What would you choose for a first pistol? SIG 365, Glock 19, or Smith & Wesson M&P? That's all depending on you. You got to go to a store, see which guns fit your hands better. The better the gun. If you're talking about the ammo question, dipshit, that was a valid answer. But when it comes to the guns, you got to see what guns fit your hands better. I hate Glocks. I'd go with the Smith & Wesson, but that's a personal preference. I just thought about it. We didn't have guns. We'd probably have bows and arrows. We'd have bows and arrows, knives, fucking long swords, man. That's what we had up until we had guns. And there were crusades. Large portions of the population of countries were destroyed with machetes. So, any cheap ammo will cause jams. What do I think about pepper spray guns? They're fine, but they're all too expensive. From Leon, I don't remember many of the guns. I think he had a 1911 though, or whatever. Are suppressors good? Suppressors are nothing more than a firearm accessory that is used to suppress the sound as well as the flash from a firearm. They're fun to shoot because you can shoot them If you're using subsonic rounds, you don't need hearing protection. But in terms of like good, I don't understand your full meaning. Hunting, if you're hunting animals at night, suppressors help. That way you can keep the game within a certain area. But good is a misnomer. It's nothing but an accessory. Do I have a staccato? I did. I sold it. I had the staccato C2 for about 2 weeks and realized it wasn't worth the metal it was built out of, and sold it, made a big profit, and bought a bunch of other guns. How many people get saved by alcoholics and cigarettes? Yeah. Well, apparently, if you have inflammable or irritable bowel syndrome, cigarettes will help you with that. You prefer a Glock 45? Okay. Can you see your own eyes, ears? No, I can't read either. Do you 22 pistols jam? If they're shit. Yes, I have seen 3D printed guns in person. How about the Lethal Weapon series? What about it? Is the Smith & Wesson Equalizer better than the M&P 2.0 Shield? No. I believe the Shield is a better gun than the Equalizer. Also, the Equalizer is bigger than the Shield. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even read the comment from the dipshit. Boom, boom. I'm going to go, bro. Best of luck. Thank you, sir. Lots of trolls are coming in right now. This is what happens because it's a cycle of time when people are fucking doom scrolling. They're the people that finally just got off the shitter and they're finally doom scrolling. What did I eat that gave me heartburn? Spicy bread. Favorite weapon from the Lethal Weapons series? Probably just a Beretta. You think that gun, the 3D, was used? It was clearly 3D. There's literally pictures of it on the internet. Remember when you took a shot of red hot sauce? Yep. You the man again. I see we aren't Gatorade twinning tonight. No, I drank my Gatorade before the stream. I'm just on water tonight. Most accurate handgun I shot was a .45 revolver. Very possibly. You know what's funny? If you take people to the range and you put a suppressor on your 9mm, they'll all shoot that gun more accurately. Don't know why. Probably because they're actually slowing down their shots, but 99 times out of 817, so it's a ratio of about 12%. Everybody I've taken to the range has shot better with a gun that was suppressed than unsuppressed. I like my Kimber 45 Auto. It's fitted tight. It is the lightweight. I've had the lightweight. My EDC is a 1911 government. Opinion on 7mm. I really don't have one, my guy. Never shot one. How far will 308 shoot? Who knows? Somebody else will have to answer that question, guy. Did you get the helicopter? Maybe. Just buy all kinds of microguns. Can't stand the way they don't do anything. Microguns do nothing for me. Most of the time when I see that stuff, I will literally just pass them on by. Like when they come in for trade and stuff, I'll give somebody pennies on the dollar and I still won't want it. It says click to download the movie and it's a movie. I wish you'd stop cloud dropping me shit. I hate downloading stuff. No offense, drunk. Buy all the microguns. Stopped in to say hello. Clock going back to work. My EC is 1911. Nice. I like your black hat. They're on Amazon. They're just fitted caps. Like full-size guns for better ballistic purposes? No, they do have better ballistics. A longer barrel allows longer run-up time for the round to accelerate, and they usually have a longer sight picture, too. Love the guns. Thank you. What's up? How you doing? Nah, I'm doing pretty good. Bass by the pound. We're ending in 10 minutes, though. Do you know print, shoot, repeat? He's funny. Yeah, I've watched his stuff. He's been interesting. Obviously, he got hit hard by YouTube TOS, so he actually changed from print, shoot, repeat to PSR. They also took away his check mark. If you notice, he's under the music and artist creator tabs. Like I've got a check mark because I've got over 100,000 subs. They kind of nerfed his channel because of what he did. They also like to nerf his channel because he likes to fully conceal his face. If somebody wants to be anonymous on the internet, whatever, I'm not going to say anything about it. But he does things that YouTube doesn't really like. Could it be because the suppressor helps with the sound? No, I don't really believe so, Robert. If you're shooting a gun that's loud, shooting a gun that's quiet immediately after isn't really going to affect you in that way. If you shoot a gun, it's a gun. You know what I mean? Basically, everybody that shoots a suppressed firearm, especially my Osprey, because the Osprey allows you to almost line up your sights. So I think it's just the fact that they're going slower and they're actually aiming better than they actually think they do when they're shooting a regular gun. A lot of people, when they shoot regular firearms, will shoot like a fucking dick. Sorry, I feel like I have a butterfly on me and it's pissing me off. Yeah, they just slow down when they're shooting. The fuck this koi sealed. It's half conceded. Should I buy the M&P? Yeah, you should buy the shield. It's actually a good one. DB, back off. I'm drunk. No worries. Him shooting the pink gun cracks me up to this day. Yeah. I don't know who Kendall Gray is. Tattoos look like a robot under the skin. Well, this one is all just circuits and stuff. This one is going to be horror and gears and mechanicals and stuff. So this one is going to be a skeleton. There's a skeleton hand holding a piston. I've got to get the other one put on this side, and then it's going to come down the arm. It's going to be like crushed, popped out eyeballs and shit. I told my tattoo guy he can do whatever he wants on here. The only thing I'm putting on here from when I tried to kill myself is we're going to put nothing gory means no story, and then a magnifying glass over where I slit my wrist. Mrs. Mouse said all the monarch butterflies migrated for the season. Well, it feels like they're in the back of my shirt. Are those reals? The tattoos? Yes. The guns? Yes. Butterfly or meth? Yeah, pretty much. Feels like there's glass under my skin. Hello, F-35. Nice. Thank you, Aaron. Hola. Yeah. So, anyways, anything you guys want to talk about the last 9 minutes, just go ahead and hit that like for me. Make sure you do that shit. I need you guys to subscribe. Show Google, hey, this dumbass needs your money. Also, if you're going to come back on Friday, if I'm going to be wearing a corset for a live stream because I'm a dumbass, you have to donate to the Jimmini Show, Jimmini Cash App. $400, I'll wear it for an entire live stream, and I'll go 6 hours. Wait, 5 hours. That's $80 an hour. So sorry you had to go through that. You said you tried to commit suicide. Yep. Tried to kill myself multiple times when I was younger. No, I haven't watched it yet. I'm not a big fan of downloading stuff, man. I know that's the way Apple does it, but man, I never feel comfortable downloading stuff. I know it's your email and I know it's you, brother, but man, I just hate downloading shit. I used to get in trouble when I downloaded porn, so. It's a pretty good camera for the zoom. And the moon. The only reason I'm willing to download it is because I know it's you. I liked and subbed. You're cool. Thank you, sir. Stop cussing. Fuck no. Cussing is fun. I send you a Cash App. All right. Did you buy that or get it from a lady friend? I buy auction lots and estate lots, and that was in a big clothing lot that I picked up. It's new, unworn, still has a tag on it, and it's big enough that it would fit me. So, yeah. I'm not wearing the garters or the skirt, though. No problem, drunk. I appreciate it. While I'm at work, do my Wilson Combats think about me, too? Oh, yeah. If you treat your guns with love, they're there waiting for you. Every one of those guns loves me. You're the real chill guy. I try to be. Are those airsoft, and do you like the 19 and 17? I don't like any Glock. I hope you're doing well, too. Thank you, Matthew. I thought it was the moon, but it was a plane or something. That's how bad my astigmatism is. Nice. Banner is leaving work now. Banner, I'll be talking to you probably in the next few days. my FFL might be here by next week, so I'll probably mail out your 1911 as soon as I get it. Made a 28 gauge revolver, but they can't bring it here. Aw, that would be cool. Cussing is fun. It's the best fun you can have outside of fucking. Don't go to fucking New York then, buddy. You'll fucking go up here to New York, man. All these motherfuckers up here, they're gonna fucking cuss out all the fucking people. Hey, buddy, I'm fucking walking here. That's some good fucking water right there. What's wrong with Glock? Boring! And that's from a guy that has a Glock tattoo. Boring! You have an AR-15. Did something happen to your eyes? Yeah, I got punched in the face as a small child with an axe. Or I'm just a human being with a variance in looks. But hey, you know, if you want to point shit out. Bought my first 6 Sauer and P365 with red dot. Highly recommend for concealed carry. Okay. How big is what, Astra? Thoughts on 10 millimeter? It's a fine round. I really don't think about it much. I don't buy many guns in 10 millimeter just because a lot of other guns that I buy are in 9 millimeter and 45. Do I sell guns? I'm opening a firearms retail facility, so yes, I will be at some point. But I don't do it through the internet live streams. You can't do it on live streams. I can't show guns on live. I can't manipulate firearms. I can't rack slides. I can't do any of that shit on live. Bro, your childhood sounds wild. Did you ever think about shooting a gun at all as a kid? Not really. Did airsoft, BB guns. Well, it was BB guns. We really didn't have 6 millimeter airsoft when I was a kid. But I was an outdoor kid. I used to race BMX bikes, and we used to go out in the woods all the time. So I was never really like a hunting, hiking thing. I lived in Schenectady, New York. We didn't have woods. We didn't have hunting. No, I've never shot Dragon's Breath. It's not really worth the purchase, but it's fun. You do have to be careful because you're firing off magnesium or magnesium shaving, so you want to make sure you're not near flammable stuff. Northern Virginia, Daniel, how many rounds is your best gun take? If you're talking about capacity for firearms, like I carry a 1911, so it's 8+1 for the most part, unless I'm carrying a 9mm or a double stack. Did you drive as a child? All right, now you're just trying to get weird answers, and I'm not doing it. What did you try? Why? I don't. You just need to know that I tried killing myself. I was in a lot of pain, and for me, it was my way out. Yeah, I don't recommend it, and I encourage you to talk to people. It wasn't a emotionally driven decision for me. It just wasn't what I should have done. Does that make sense? And in terms of asking me what I tried to kill myself with, it's none of your fucking business. None of that should fucking matter. So now you will never leave a comment on my channel again. I don't talk about my childhood. Doesn't matter. Love your videos. Thank you. What's the best gun for close range home defense? Shotgun. Remember, you make a difference. 45 is the bee's knees. I like 1911s, and predominantly they're available in 45, and 45 is a very pleasant round to shoot a lot of out of a 1911 anyways. In Canada, you can have a 10+1 pump shotgun and a 10 round 5.56. Aw. No, this isn't Twitch, and it's not Rumble. If I play copyrighted music, you get in trouble. 1911, yep. Good stream. Try not to let the trolls get to you. They really don't. It's a good health defense carry. What? Life without guns is boring. Life without women is boring. You can masturbate. An indoor range burned down in Dallas. A guy was shooting tracer. Their range background was ground up car tires. Yeah, you got to be very careful. Yeah, so Stone, if he was still in here, he'd tell you that a field near his house went up on 4th of July because of that one. Do you need ID to shoot at gun ranges? You need one when you sign up. I don't know all gun ranges, but my Rod and Gun Club, yes, and the Middletown Firearms, yes. You don't know what shotguns to get. If you just want a basic shotgun, get a Mossberg 500 or a Maverick 88. The Maverick 88 is the same thing as a 500, just slightly cheaper, anywhere from $250 to $300. Sometimes you can find it as low as $200, and it will save your life and run reliably. Tracers in California is a felony. Shit, don't buy them there then. What gun should I get to carry with me for self-defense? Although with your CNR, you should be able to buy tracer round 50s. Dude, you need to go and learn guns. Make sure you find one that fits in your hand well and that you're willing to practice shooting prime. Asking the internet for a suggestion, everybody's going to tell you Glock or Smith & Wesson and shit, but you got to find one that you like holding. Freaking love guns. Nice. Is 22 enough for bears? There have been bears that have been taken by 22, but you're asking for trouble if you try to take a bear. No, I've never been shot. The vast majority of humans have never been shot. Glock all the way down to the calm of the bottom of the barrel. Thanks, bro. We'll go tomorrow to check out what I can hold. Yeah, it's the best way to do it, man. Oh, look at you guys. It's 10 o'clock, guys. Leave me a like if you haven't. Subscribed if you haven't. Wednesday, Friday. Mondays, Wednesday, Fridays from 7 to 10-ish. Like I said, if you guys want a Friday live stream, you have to use the pinned comment and send me money because I'm willing to do stupid shit, but you motherfuckers got to pay me. I don't beg for money for nothing. I'm willing to degrade and debase myself. All right, probably because of all the wildfires here. So, anyway, I'm going to grab my phone. Done, 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 and done. All right, guys. So as you can see, here's the comments ending on it. Look at all you people typing. So bye, bye, bye. Say goodbye to yourselves, people. Bye. Everybody go bye-bye. Everybody go bye-bye. Bye, 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 bye. Have a great night. Ian, you have a great night, too. I heard tracers tear up borers. Yeah, it can. Later, folks, because of the phosphorus in it, it can leave corrosive material behind. Bye, Jimmini. Good stream. Thank you, guys. Hasta mañana. What's Friday? Hasta Friday. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. Dale, good night, everybody. So everybody be good. Yeah, if you clean the guns right away, then you can eliminate some of the corrosive material. Two Tail, sorry, man. We're all going away. I'm hitting this button, then I'm hitting